Did I say that?
Whoa.
What Rick James say?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Anyway, no proof. Anyway, so we got
Say allegedly.
allegedly. I think I
We ain't
snapped.
trying to get sued for defamation of character.
My bad.
I
I said oops.
I think allegedly I snapped.
It's Vantage. Hammer time, nigga. Hey, stay tuned. This real shit will be televised. Put together a plan. It's time to exercise. I was told scared money don't make money. Come to find out, most of you niggas petrified. Where it was
Week 1, man.
Test.
We live.
Episode 3, we here.
We live, baby.
Yeah.
Episode 3,
Welcome
we
back.
here.
The Start to 5
Live with the
podcast.
Starting 5. Let's go. Starting 4.
Episode 3. We -1 today. This week, we're going to talk NFL headlines. We're going to dive into predictions of week 1 in the NFL. We're also going to recap the college football week 1.
Shout
And we're
out
going
to
to
the
get into a little
Buckeyes.
Pat Bev and Russ. Will it work? But first, this September 8th, 2022, one Queen Elizabeth has passed away. The monarchy of Wales has gone to a better place, so to speak. Even though she was royalty, she meant a lot to that nation over there in the United Kingdom. The longest serving monarchy or monarch of the modern time. She was preceded by her beloved husband, who passed away last year, 21. And so, not gonna say that, I'm the most knowledgeable person on the monarchy and royalty and things of that nature. But since my time here on Earth, she's always been a massive public figure. And, from my advantage point, she always seemed very graceful and carried herself very, very well. Never was no negative news about her. So just sending, prayers to the family over there and also to the nation, and just making sure that we acknowledge that. I mean, we want to be a well-rounded show and podcast, so we gonna get in. Anybody got any thoughts on that?
I don't know nothing about what's going on over there.
Took a while for the chickens to come home to roost, but hey, God bless her. She served her purpose, obviously.
I don't speak ill of on the dead.
No need for that. No
Send
need
my
for that.
condolences to her and her family.
Respect.
Flowers.
Hey, purpose served, man.
Just wanted to take the time to acknowledge that. So we're gonna dive into our normal schedule, sports talk. How you fellas doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Let's get into week 1 of the NFL season. College football week 1 in the books.
Football's back.
Yeah, football's in
Officially.
It's the most
Officially.
wonderful time of the year,
full
baby.
swing.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Definitely. So definitely coming at you. They call me EB here in the studio. Instagram I go by E_trillionaire. You can call me Trill. I'm gonna kick it to my left.
It's Jay Little back again. Justin Little 29 on the IG. I'm excited to get in this football talk, even though my Jets looking rough.
Season ain't started yet.
Right.
Looking rough. Face the
Y'all got
New
a
York
Super Bowl
Jets.
champion, man, playing quarterback.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Respect the guy. Joe Cool, baby. Joe Cool.
Accuse the Ravens fan. Let's go.
Joe Cool. Shout out for your service you gave us in Baltimore. But it's Super John back again on all platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And go ahead, kick it to Javier.
Jay Supreme in the building. Week 3 of the podcast. Episode 3, week 1 of the NFL season. Tapping in. Hive Jordan 3 on Instagram.
He woke up feeling dangerous today.
I ain't gonna say all that. I'm putting that to bed. We putting that to bed come Sunday.
see,
Trust
yeah,
and believe me, we putting that to bed come Sunday.
Yeah, you see, he got that gold jersey on, so he must be feeling some kind of way.
No
sure.
need to wake up feeling dangerous when you are dangerous. When you are dangerous.
I like that.
Bars.
Good
I like
point.
that.
Bars.
Hey, let me get one thing off the record real quick. So
Do it.
I had posted a snippet of what John was talking about last week about Justin Herbert, and shout out to my brother Moon. He had raised a good point about sales, and he said that when you trying to get a fool to buy something, of course you're gonna hype it up. And that's the situation with Justin Herbert. And a lot of times with the media, they hype a lot of stuff up because they want the
Narratives.
masses to buy into it. You know what I
Narratives.
mean? So
It's nasty.
me
out
as
here.
a football player and as a football coach, I go off what I see and what I know. You know what I mean? And what I know is he ain't throwing 1 yard. He ain't had 1 yard in the playoffs. So got to pump the brakes. You know what I mean? On comparing them to people with such storied careers like Peyton Manning and
Hey, do people
Ben
realize-
Roethlisberger. And we talking about Justin Herbert, who's going to be a very talented quarterback. But let's pump our brakes on ranking him up there with top quarterbacks like Peyton Manning. That's
But
ridiculous.
Do people realize Peyton Manning has the record for most NFL MVPs?
5, right?
Hey, is that LeBron?
5 mics. Yeah, he got
How
5.
you
of
call
them
somebody
things.
better than he's how?
Peyton Manning was a machine.
Yeah.
I don't even think he was human or is human.
And don't get me wrong, Justin Herbert,
He got
he
time.
can be on that track, and
He
that
got
he can.
time.
But we not there yet. You know what I mean? Let's not put the carriage. What they say? Let's not put the carriage before the horse. You know what I mean? He got time. He got work to do.
Can't crown that man right now.
We'll see what he do against them Raiders, man.
What will he do against the Raiders?
What will he do against
But if
them?
y'all ready, man, let's get into
go
it.
ahead, let's get into
Yeah,
it.
let's get
So
into it.
here's a quick little headline I want to get you guys' thoughts on real quick. Sean McVay, coach of the Los Angeles Rams.
Shout out to him,
As,
Super Bowl champion.
It's reported he's signed a contract extension through 26. Many people thought that he was going to retire after winning the Super Bowl this past season. The lie determined that was a lie. He's back and signed an extension through 26. Been very, very successful out there in L.A. 2 Super Bowl appearances, obviously 1 win. 36 years young. I mean, he's a super young NFL head coach. I don't know Sean McVay personally, but he seems very tenacious, highly competitive.
He beat out Calvin Johnson for Georgia State Player of the Year in high school. Just to give a little background.
So that's something
That's
that I didn't
great.
know.
That's good
That's
insight.
great insight.
That's good
Love
insight.
that.
Give a little background.
Good insight right there.
He's definitely had the opportunity to coach some of the elite players in the league out there in LA. So what do you guys think? Do you see the Rams winning another Super Bowl within that time frame? And if so, how many?
I can see them winning another one. I can see them winning. Maybe not this year, but I can see them winning another one.
I mean, him and the GM got extended today through 26, and you know they motto, F them picks. So
Facts.
they in for right now, not for the future. So
And like when you think about their roster, right? They got some marquee defensive players. So as long as they keep that core together, and then the thing about Sean McVay, he's a offensive genius. You know what I mean? He's an offensive coach. And they just got Allen Robinson, and he been looking real good in training camp. Those who know who Allen Robinson is, when he healthy, he like that.
One of them.
And he ain't been on a team like this. He ain't been in an offensive system like
With
this.
a quarterback.
And they got a quarterback. Now I'm not putting Matt Stafford up there as no Hall of Famer like people was doing last year. I'm not about to be prisoner of the moment, but Matthew
Certainly
Stafford
above
can
average.
he can slang that mother. He can throw the football. So I mean they gonna be you know what I mean, they gonna be that top team for the duration of his contract with the core players that they got. And they gonna have a chance to repeat this year. I'm not gonna say they're gonna repeat, but I think they're gonna be a good team.
Got a strong chance to do so.
They win tonight. Trust me, they win tonight. They win tonight.
Jesse. I got a lot to say about that. I mean, I think
I mean,
It's
you
gonna be a
picked Josh
defensive battle.
Allen as your MVP pick.
exactly.
So
I
you need
think-
him to have a big game this week.
I think he will. I mean, if anybody could deal with Aaron Donald coming at you, I think Josh Allen is definitely one of them guys that could do that. And
That man don't exist.
So I picked the Bills to win that game. Great defensive battle. Trey White's back. Is he back?
Tre'Darius.
he should be back.
Yeah, Trey White's
I haven't
back.
heard anything.
Matthew Stafford is gonna have some issues with that secondary. He still got that elbow they complaining about. He was questionable to start this
week,
week,
yeah.
so
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big thing, and that's a team that'll make you pay for not being 100% out there. So I got the Bills taking this one, and a close defensive game, but I got the Bills taking this one.
I took the defending Super Bowl champs. I just think that their mindset, that they're not. I mean, obviously, you know, they're happy when win the Super Bowl, but they're not resting on their laurels. They want to go get another one and prove that last year wasn't a fluke. And then, like, I was listening to Jalen Ramsey. They were asking him, how's Josh Allen? He was like, I'm not about to come up here and tell you how good Josh Allen is. Y'all know how good he is.
It's very good. It's very, very good.
What I need to boost
Not about
his
to stroke his ego.
Yeah. Y'all know what's up.
Everybody's doing that now. So you don't
Absolutely.
need that for
No,
Jalen
yeah.
Ramsey.
No, yeah, we don't need that. Y'all know what's up. But we coming out here to put it to him.
I
So
think they both gonna bowl.
For sure.
It's gonna be a great game.
And so, good topic, fellas. So, next headline is with week 1 upon us. And just a moment ago, we were talking about royalty. So let's talk about NFL royalty. Tom Brady is entering his 23rd season in the league at the age of 45.
Amazing.
So without
man, been playing since I was
That's a
in elementary
machine.
school.
As you said, Peyton Manning
that's
is
a
another one.
machine.
In
He
the
didn't been hit. He didn't hit both Jordan years. He didn't hit
He's like-
23 and 45.
yeah,
God
like,
damn.
yeah,
That's serious.
that's a good point. So Tom in season 23.
Sheesh.
Is this the year that Father Tom catches up, or does Tom Brady defeat the odds again?
Nah, he
You
ain't
can't-
slowing down.
you can't
I
bet
don't
against
believe.
him.
I don't believe.
You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
bet against him.
Yeah, no.
Now, what do you? Okay, so is it a situation where it's just mind over matter? Because I mean, I'm Tom Brady's age.
Right.
Okay, obviously I don't have a shot in the dark at performing in the NFL at an elite level.
Right.
All right. So is it this dude's mindset? Is it the work ethic? Is it genes, genetics? What is it?
It's
the,
all of
it's
that.
the mentality.
You don't get
Number
touched
one, it's
either.
the mentality. It's the and when you think about Tom, right? Not a running quarterback. Never gonna blow anybody with his legs, no matter how old he is. He still has his mind, and he can still throw the ball. And when you think about Tampa Bay, Bruce Arians, the system they run, the weapons he has around him, a defense, it's plug and play for somebody like Tom Brady. To me, he can play as long as he wants to.
and with the rules today, like he's not getting touched.
Yeah.
He has a rule in the rule book now that you can't touch no quarterbacks below the knees in the pocket.
Protected.
Can't hit them too high.
Thanks, Raj.
Can't roll on them when you sack them. So it's destined for quarterbacks to play whenever they feel like stopping.
My question would be what would be the thing that would make him go over the hill? Like maybe another injury.
Well,
Just
his
ain't got the arm
his
strength no
O-line-
more.
His O-line being injured is definitely gonna be a problem this year.
And he lost his center. He retired,
So,
right? Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
retired.
and then his backup got hurt.
So we're
in
gonna see
training
for real
camp.
this year.
So
So
He's
it's
always had a
definitely
great
gonna-
offensive line too.
It's definitely going to be a
He don't
mind
get
over
touched.
matter season then.
yeah, he gonna get
Nah,
touched
for
up
sure.
this year.
For
He don't
sure.
get touched, so there's
He's
no-
motivated though. He want to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, the reason he's coming back, he's not coming back just to have fun. He's coming back
Right.
to win more Super Bowls.
Yeah, I just think that to answer your question, I don't think, it's going to be a physical thing that's going to stop him. I just think it's going to wind up being a desire. Does
Yeah.
he wake up one day and say, you know what,
I'm done.
I'm done? I mean, we thought he was.
I think he's
He
close to that.
He
yeah.
retired, obviously,
I ain't
for a
believe that shit.
and he
I ain't
mulled
believe
it,
that shit
he
for a
mulled it
second.
around. I really didn't
Especially
believe
after
it.
losing the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
I mean, losing before he get to the Super Bowl.
Very competitive, right? And so I think that's what it's going to be. I don't think it's going to have anything to do with his physical.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's just going to be like, you know what?
Hell of a career. This is it. He gonna
See you later. Right.
I think he got 2 more years. I think he'll go 2 more years.
So that's 47
If he,
years
if he,
old.
what if he wins this year though?
That's not happening.
I think he wins and he's
Yeah.
done.
It's not happening.
Like John said, I don't think that's
it's
happening.
not gonna happen.
Him winning?
That might be
No.
the only scenario.
No. Even if he does get there, because you like you just said, you can never bet against him. You never count him out. Even if he does get there, there's too many juggernauts on the other side of that bracket.
And like me said, the reason why I say 2 years though is because, like John said, I don't believe this year they got enough to win. I think they're a good strong off season away, like couple pieces and things like that on the offensive line defensively before they're gonna be able to make another like deep run. So like I said, they'll lose this year. He'll probably be motivated to come back or want to come back, and that'll be their last ride.
Okay. NBA headline. Giannis Antetokounmpo was injured. He injured his ankle into today's game in international play. How do you guys feel, especially about the foreign athlete that goes home in the summer and plays, international basketball? What do you think about that in terms of how it relates to the NBA season? And is it worth it for those players to go over there and play for their homeland?
100% worth it.
So if you blow out an ACL, you strip an Achilles.
But at the same time, you can say that, oh, he shouldn't have been doing that. He's getting paid such and such over here. But it could happen here, too.
Right.
Yeah.
They play pro-am. We seen it happen.
No, for sure.
Chet not going to play.
It can happen.
Paul George broke his leg in the Olympics and shit.
In the
so
scrimmage.
It can happen to anybody at any time in any game. It's just...
Yeah. I like that they take
It's
pride in their
It's
country.
just sometimes the way the dice fall. So
I love how they take pride in their country. They
So
wanna go back
if
and
you're
play.
Dan Gilbert or Jenny Buss or Mickey Harrison, and you dove out $270 million for this star athlete, and again, you can't really necessarily stop them, but is there any reservation in that billionaire's mindset to say, you know what? We're gonna put a clause in your contract. I know they can't do that, of course, but
I can see why they would want to. I would if I was forking up that money.
okay,
but
you put it in there. He don't play. First preseason game, Giannis come down, do his Giannis Euro, go up, boom, he come down and break his ankle.
Well, yeah.
But
it happened in the NBA.
He's still gonna miss the season.
This is true. This is true the way you slice it.
my thing is, either way they gonna play. They basketball players. Wherever they at during the off season, they gonna be playing
You
basketball.
can get hurt training.
The biggest thing about them going back home is, like I said, that's where they from. They want to give back, community, be around family, and
and
things
they
like
want to show the little kid.
Can't take that away from
They
them.
want to show that Giannis want to go back to Greece and show
inspire
the next Giannis.
Yeah, inspire the next Euro player.
They take
Luka
pride.
want to do the same thing.
And think about this:
Nope.
on the NBA side of the game, for the owners, the ones who make all the money, them going back home is good because it's expanding the brand of the NBA.
It's a
Make
great
it
way to
y'all
look
So
more
at
it's
it.
like you really should want them to go back home. It's the same reason why
That's a
Kobe,
great point.
Jordan,
That's a great
Stephon
point.
Marbury, all of them would go to China
That's a great point.
and
I
go
agree.
on tour to
point.
China and stuff like that because they want to sell sneakers in China and things like that. They want to extend the brand. So I think it's good that they go home, and they should be encouraged for them to go home for sure.
Okay,
Because before you give him that contract, you always got to think of something like that. Anything can happen at any moment. Of course, you're not hoping it. That it's always gonna be in the back of your mind.
Right.
Like Kevin Durant, for example, the Nets gave him the bag coming off an Achilles injury. Nobody knew what Kevin Durant was gonna look like after that Achilles
And he
injury,
sat a whole year and got paid.
and came back and still giving buckets like KD.
Oh,
So what you
none
think?
of these things I disagree with.
Oh no, I'm
I
just
just
saying.
wanna-
I know it's people out here that
Yeah.
do disagree with. Oh, they shouldn't play and all this, bro. It can happen at any time, at any moment.
I think
They're athletes.
and
their game.
I had to play the devil's advocate.
Of course, I understand.
For entertainment purposes,
Oh, yeah,
of course,
definitely.
right? But no, I do think that I believe, right, in fact, that the players should definitely represent their homeland, and they wind up winning, so that's good. And then to agree with his point about it being even a bigger exposure for the NBA, to extend the brand. Listen. If you've been hiding under a rock the last 75 years, you should know something about the NBA. But we all know that the players sell that league. They sell that brand. So it's definitely important for those, notable NBA players, especially from different countries, to get out there and sweat and compete for their country. So
Agree.
I agree with that.
No, for sure.
All right, so that was an excellent headline
Hey, hold on.
segment, guys.
Before y'all get off of
Before
that,
we-
though,
okay.
let me say this. What did y'all think? I know this is old, but I just want to. What did y'all think about Kyrie when he was a rookie, when he was younger, with his dad playing in Australia, him thinking about playing for that team?
I think that would be a massive mistake. No, I was playing now. I never put much thought.
I
into
thought it
that.
was interesting though, because if he couldn't, like, as a rookie, wasn't he on the Olympic team or not quite yet?
No, he's on the what's they call that? The developmental team.
Okay.
Developmental team, yeah. And
Personally, I didn't mind it if it didn't hurt him playing for the Olympic team in the future.
good point, because I look at it like this. Now that you say that, and I had a second to think about it. Right, he was able to hang around Kobe Bryant during that time, and I believe that's how he developed into the player that he is on the court. Like all the other shenanigans that Kyrie do, that ain't Mamba mentality, but the killer instinct.
Different generation.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The competitiveness that he has, his skill, I think that was developed that summer. Being able to be around other great players, especially Kobe Bryant in that time. So, thankfully he didn't go to Australia, because he would have been competing against Matthew Dellavedova and
Right.
Patty Mills.
You get to do that during the season.
Right,
Aaron
exactly.
Banks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Andrew Bogut.
Andrew Bogut.
Shout out to Australia.
Yeah. Shout out Australia. So I mean, it's a no-brainer if you can compete against other NBA players, because it's only if, as good as the international player is, only a few of them really stick out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Ultimately,
I hear
they're
they play
catching
good
up.
ball. I hear they play good ball over there though.
And this was something we talked about, off the mics just a second ago. My man to my right is a high school football coach, and he was talking about the mindset and the work ethic of players in America. And here's the answer to your question: they're not hungry.
Yeah.
Entitled.
Because they do stuff for clout,
They entitled.
likes, clicks, whatever you want to call it, right? Those guys over there are playing to feed their families, or to get out of a situation. Giannis was hungry. That's why he don't really,
These private school kids.
politic too much for a lot of other NBA players, because he's hungry. He want to beat these guys. No, I'm not practicing against LeBron James in the summer because I'm trying to take the throne. And so,
And don't get me wrong, like my kids, they're competitive, but they got to realize like this is a team sport. You know what I mean? You could be competitive all you want, but if we not clicking as a team, you barking, and these personal battles ain't gonna win us a game. Oh, coach, put me in so I can go smack such and such. That's not gonna win us the game.
No.
We need to score touchdowns. We need to play within our offense. And they, like I was just texting one of my friends who, one of the other coaches, older coaches, was asking about the game, and I was just like, they just don't get it yet. And when I say that, I mean that winning is a mentality. It's not just about, it's how you will live your life. Like, y'all freshmen, y'all young, so I don't expect y'all to get this yet. But like I'm telling you, eventually y'all going to get tired of this feeling, always getting punished for the stuff y'all do in school. Like, the way you live your life is going to affect what you do in your life, whether you play football, whether you go to a job, you work, whatever it is. The way you live your life is going to translate to everything you do. So when you fucking around in school, or you not cleaning your locker room, y'all missing practice on Monday because it's Labor Day, that shit translated to what y'all did today.
Right.
That's what lost y'all the game, y'all mentality.
That reminds me of a quote of a man that all of us know very well. How you do one thing,
It's how you do
it's
everything.
how you do everything.
You can't turn the switch on and off,
That's a fact.
No.
especially not at that age.
Yeah, definitely. Especially at your developmental ages.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you really gotta hone in.
It's gonna click.
And once they once they start getting on each other, John know when we played our senior year, we was like, fuck that. We not fucking losing no more.
Mm-hmm.
We was pissed off. And anybody that went down with that, they was gonna catch hell at practice. So they're freshmen. We were seniors during that time. So I get it. I understand that it take time, but me just being who I am, it's frustrating. I don't like fucking losing. I
No
don't
one
like showing
does.
up and seeing losing.
Yeah,
But
no
it's
one.
like, if y'all don't care, I don't care.
I'm not about to say like losing is acceptable, but I take a loss when you showing effort and you showing some
Yeah.
will and some fight. But if we just out here just going through the motion and getting our ass, excuse my language, ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm about to be pissed off now.
For sure. And my thing is, like you said, we not losing because we showing up and the team is just better. We losing because
of
we
our-
hurting
yeah,
ourselves.
Yeah.
We getting penalties early on. The refs, you see how like I tell them, pay attention early on how the refs are. Okay, they calling penalties on this. All right, let me tone that down. You know what I mean? If you barking a little bit and the ref throwing flags, all right, cool. Let me just shut up. I can't do that. And then towards the end of the game, kids getting thrown out the game because they're not being mature. And the thing is, it was 14-8, John. I'm gonna leave it at this. It was 14-8. Since we talking about it, Justin, now you got me talking about it. It was 14-8.
Talk about it.
My top defensive end, Ocho, he gets kicked out the game because he got an unsportsmanlike penalty again. Now, granted, he was standing over the kid. The kid grabbed his leg. The ref threw him out. But if you didn't get the first penalty, then the second penalty wouldn't have kicked you out the game. So you can't just be like the ref or he did that. You shouldn't have had no person. So now he thrown out the game. The very same series, dude in the end zone pushing people, throwing his helmet off. Now they on the 1 yard line. Now they scored, go up 21-8. That shit cost you games.
Yeah, especially if you're right there at it.
Because our D was getting stopped. We could have stopped them. It could have been 14-8. We could have marched back down and scored again. And then got the 2-point conversion, been up 16-14, won that game.
Stuff like that is draining.
Yeah,
It brings the energy down.
for sure.
Easy points like that.
But like I said, it's freshman football, so you got to be patient. That's why I don't be yelling at them. That's why I ain't got the big speeches. I just be paying attention.
Well,
And then I talk to them individually.
like the famous fish said, just keep swimming, just keep
No.
swimming.
But yeah, sorry about that
No,
tangent.
it's
man.
it's
That's
cool.
a
It's
little
cool.
great.
You get that off your
Great
chest.
motherfucker,
That was
man.
a rant
Yeah.
that was highly necessary.
Yeah. It was some gems in there.
But real shit, look, winning is a mentality. You can't turn that shit on and off. Like you were saying about the Mamba mentality. Every single day that man woke up, everything he did was about winning.
Y'all know the story, right? About the teammate that wanted to practice with Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I've heard stories about a bunch of them that.
Let me
that
know.
wanna-
Let
Which
me
one?
know.
You talking about Karan Butler? That's the most recent story I seen.
I
About
don't know
the
if
blackout workouts.
I don't know if it was the Karan Butler.
Matt Burns talk about it.
But let's say player unnamed. Hey, Kobe, man, I want to work with you. I want to practice. All right, kid, meet me at the gym at 4 o'clock. Now, Kobe Bryant being who he is, he didn't specify a.m. or p.m. So the student arrives at the gym at 4 p.m. There's no Kobe Bryant there. So the next day he sees Kobe in practice. He says, Kobe, I was here at 4. Where were you? Kobe said, I was at the gym at 4 a.m. You can't come at 4 p.m. and expect to be successful.
That's real.
So the people who are the most successful in the world, they get up at the crack of dawn. And that's why he is who he was. Because at 4 a.m., he was already in the gym sweating.
No, that's real. And you got to understand the logic in that, right? If we all equal in time, right? We all got 365 days, 24 hours, right? If we both equally yoked, we both got the same talent, same jump shot, same everything. If you practice once a day and I'm practicing twice, 3 times a day, that I'm putting distance between me and you. So compound as the months go on, the years go on, I didn't put double, triple the work you didn't put in. So what else got the same? So that was Kobe's mentality. So if I'm getting 2-3 workouts in a day, the person could be working hard and getting up every single day, putting that work in, but I'm putting distance every single day. So people got to understand you got to put distance between you and the next man.
Hard work beats talent.
Facts.
Every day.
Shout out to Bing.
Because everybody working. Everybody doing something.
What a great athlete.
Shout out to Kobe, man.
You know, and this is off, but like it's like you think about the world, right? And how significant a man like that is. And if he was here today, it would be fill in the blank. Sorry for getting deep, but you know.
I mean, I can't.
If he was here today, it
Yeah.
would be. I don't know where you're going with this one.
I don't know either.
No, I mean, he's just saying, what would you?
What was
you
I
know,
mean? Because like
Oh,
when you
you're
think, when you
asking,
think about
okay. I thought you were saying
the state of the current athlete, and let's just use the NBA for this example. We'll get to our NFL predictions, right? But you hear like for an example, most recently, JJ Redick, a very very fine pro. I think 13, 14 years in the league, really really good 3-point shooter, right? Had the audacity to say that people like Bob Cousy who started the Players Association, who pretty much started the league
Yeah.
and made it what it is today, right? Played against firemen and plumbers. Oh, well, sorry they didn't make millions and millions of dollars in the 50s and 40s, 50s, and 60s. But to say that an all-time great like that, to try to kind of like, excuse my French, but just shit on a player like Cousy, who got like 9 championships. And this is the new media.
I think that's a context thing though, because what is it? Mad Dog, what's his name?
Was it Mad Dog? I'm not sure who it was.
Where did he
What?
come from?
Oh, he's been around for a long time.
A long time.
Was
I ain't, like-
chirping about, I guess, talent. What was it, Chris Paul?
It was about
If I remember
He
correctly.
said Bob Cousy was better.
basically
than
they're
Chris
just
Paul.
comparing the eras, right?
Which is
Okay.
obviously a rocky road anyway.
Right. And, you know, in 1950, no one ever seen a player like Bob Cousy. At
Fair.
that time,
Yeah.
that was the
Fair.
cream of the crop. Now let's take it one step further, right? This guy is beating a part of teams rather that has beaten Wilt Chamberlain in the finals or in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Jerry West.
They're beating Jerry West and Elgin Baylor for championships. So it wasn't no cupcakes.
Them wasn't firemen and plumbers.
And look, when rest
Jerry
in
West,
peace,
the logo.
exactly. Rest in
Kobe
peace,
should be the
Bill
logo,
Russell.
though. No.
But
Throwing
I
it out
never
there.
seen a lot of footage, live footage of Bill Russell. This dude was a gazelle.
11 in a row.
He
Bill
was
Russell rings.
getting the rebound, taking the break. I'm talking about literally 4 strides. He's at the next goal,
Right.
That's Mobley.
right?
Mobley is the next.
And so if we can go back in time and we can sit courtside and watch
Oh,
these
just
gentlemen,
a
we
little
will be
bit.
blown away by their athleticism, by their skill, by their prowess on the court. So
And you got to think now, like, I mean, that's why it's so hard to compare eras. Like, and like you were saying, like, Bob Cousy and Bill Russell, some of them still had to go work after the season ended. Like,
Right.
some of them
Yeah.
still had jobs.
right.
I can't chill and go, all right, the offseason come, now I can go shoot 1,000 shots at 7 to 9 and go do this. Okay, go get something to eat, come back, go get it in again. I can't do that. I got to get up, go to work, provide for my family, come home and come do it again the next day. And then when the season about to start, I can ramp it back up. I don't have that choice to
Not
go
at all.
hoop 24/7.
And to take it one step further, while we're talking about Bill Russell, he couldn't eat at the same restaurant as Bob Cousy and John Havlicek.
Yeah.
Not until,
Right.
you play for the Boston Celtics? Oh, yeah, you can eat here now. He said, I don't want to eat here now.
Right.
So, you know, I don't know. So going back to Kobe Bryant, I don't know if the player's insight, because I know for a fact Kobe would probably call somebody and say, "Hey man, what you on live TV doing?"
No, for sure. Pulling coattail for sure.
I just feel like it's different though, because I don't think the goal was to make Bob Cousy look bad. I just don't think you could get up there and say someone who didn't dribble with their left hand was better than Chris Paul. And he's passionate about that one because he's a player. He played with Chris Paul. Chris Paul was one of his best friends, and he was just trying to exaggerate the point as Mad Dog did the other way around.
I get that, but if they couldn't stop you from going right, why you need to go left?
No, it's not. It's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
And my
This-
thing is, in the art, it's always bad. It's always gonna look bad to me when you got to tear someone else down to build someone else up.
right.
And then to this younger generation that's coming up, I would say you always treading on, you know what I mean, on shitty water when you don't pay homage. You know what I mean? You stand on the shoulders of Bob Cousy without players like
Fair.
him
fair,
who define this position, the point guard and things like that. So it's never good to try to put down the legends or the people
Exactly.
that came before you, because those are shoulders you stand on. So
The
it's like
first president of the NBA Player Association.
But I think, and then, like what Justin was saying is, I think J.J. Redick went so hard is because Mad Dog was talking out the side of his neck.
Okay.
You gotta
so
be
he
poised,
had to,
though.
he had to match energy with energy.
I bet if that never happened and you asked JJ Redick like about Bob Cousy, he would
I don't
pay
think
his
he would have said
respects.
it.
He would.
I don't think
100%.
he would have went as hard as he did on Bob.
I think the
Cousy.
passion just got taken out on Cousy because he don't play basketball. So now I can't.
So I
blame
have
him.
to. I gotta do this.
But when the pressure is on, you can't get beside yourself.
It's fun. It's
but
fair.
but you saying that about JJ, you got to say the same thing about Mad Dog. Because we all know Chris Paul hasn't won a ring.
Yeah.
But Chris Paul's a hell of a point guard.
No, for sure. One of the best point guards this league's ever seen.
But Mad Dog was talking about Chris Paul like he was Jeff McGinnis.
I hate the ring correlation
I hate it too.
because it's like,
That's
oh,
circumstantial.
someone wasn't great
Circumstantial.
because they didn't play on a championship caliber.
Dan Marino was a hell of a
team.
quarterback.
They didn't play on a championship caliber
We
team.
can name a whole bunch of people that never won a ring.
I mean, the list is
Dan
long.
Marino was a hell of a quarterback.
They say Elgin Baylor didn't even accept his ring because he was hurt when they won it.
Yeah, because I didn't earn it, and everybody know what Elgin Baylor represent in the NBA.
Rest in peace, Elgin Baylor. But
We
We
went off on a
digress.
tangent.
That was a
It
great
it's
tangent,
gonna
though.
happen.
That was
It
great.
hey, that's a hell of an opening.
That was a great.
It happens. It happens.
I don't care what nobody said. That was a hell of an opening. All right.
Shout out to Bob Cousy, man.
yeah,
out to
yeah,
Bob
yeah.
Cousy.
But
Shout out
he
CP.
was pissed.
As
Listen,
he should have been.
He was pissed.
But he owed that to his boy Mad Dog for that.
So and I listened to the interview.
No, people been going hard.
He's
on
sharp
Chris
as a
Paul,
tack. He's
man.
94 years old and sharp as a tack. Ain't no loss of memory there, Joe Biden. But anyway,
'Cause Joe Biden be doing drugs with his son. Oop, did I say that?
Whoa.
what Rick James say?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Anyway, no proof. Anyway,
Oops.
so we got
We gotta say allegedly.
allegedly. I
Allegedly.
think I
We ain't
snapped.
trying to get sued for defamation of character.
My bad.
I
I said oops.
I think allegedly I snapped.
What
I think.
retract that statement.
They
But-
he'll put
but
a
hey,
gag
listen.
order on us.
If you can't, you got to be able to have humor.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a
we're
little
having
bit.
fun.
Right,
We're
right.
having
All right, so we won in the NFL season as a
Let's
partner.
go.
Hey, look, we've been talking a lot of NFL lately, y'all. So
It's
we got
here.
some
It's that time.
some
It's that time.
predictions
It's that
some
time. It's
for
that
week
time.
one.
It's that time. It's that time.
I'm gonna start it off real quick. As we record this show on a Thursday, and it will air on a Sunday or a Monday, whenever you tune into it. The Rams and the Bills are playing as we speak. So I'm picking the Rams tonight over the Bills, 27-24. I think that the Diggs and Ramsey is a hell of a matchup. Will the Rams and Matthew Stafford expose or exploit the rookie Kyer Ealing in the secondary? Because the Rams is pretty tight out there in the wide receiver department.
Definitely.
Does Aaron Donald now he gets stronger as the game goes? So if it's a tight game in that fourth quarter, he's going to show up. So is he going to be able to affect Josh Allen? And how does Bobby Wagner help contain? That's another one
That's
of
a
my points.
good addition.
That's a great addition.
That's a great
So
addition.
sorry he didn't
I
come
got
to
a
Baltimore.
question then.
Oh, I was sick.
I
He
know.
went to the LA.
I was so happy you didn't.
So would you rather have Bobby or Vaughn?
I'd rather have Bobby
I would rather have
because the D
Bobby.
line is the strength.
Bobby every little step I take Wagner, only because containment, the edge. Not to say that Von Miller couldn't do that, but he was, to me, in my opinion, he's an inside kind of guy. He gets to the quarterback. Obviously, you need somebody in coverage as well. So
And
I kind
then-
of like
and
Wagner
then-
for that.
Vaughn was like cherry on top of the on top of the pie. Because no disrespect to Leonard. I mean, not Leonard Floyd. Yeah, it's not Leonard over there. Yeah, is that Leonard Floyd?
Floyd
Yeah,
Little.
yeah,
Floyd
yeah.
Little. It's Floyd Little. Yeah, I know you're talking. Go ahead.
On the other side of Aaron Donald. So
They don't need a whole lot of help in the pass rush department.
No.
They D line is a strength. That's what I'm saying. And when you think about how it's all worked out now, because Vaughn is with the Bills now, right?
Right.
So I feel like Vaughn was a great piece for what the Bills needed,
definitely.
and Bobby was a great piece for what LA needed.
But can you say that because they won the chip with Vaughn?
they want to check with Aaron Donald. Let's make no
Von was
mistake.
there.
Von-
Aaron
Von
Donald
Von was there, but
Von helped.
Yeah, Von helped.
Von had some key plays along that Super Bowl run. Can't disrespect that. He
And-
definitely turned back the clock.
and,
looking like
and
2015,
beyond
dog.
just
Definitely.
beyond
He was off. He was off.
beyond
the
just the he got the bag. Buffalo gave him the bag, deservedly so. Not just because they won a Super Bowl, because he actually performed. But I like the addition of Bobby Wagner just because of the characteristics, the leadership, the pedigree he come from. We know what he did up there with the Seattle
the tackling
Seahawks.
machine, and he can cover up.
Having someone like
He
that
can
in the
cover.
locker room is going to affect that defense. You know what I mean? It's going to take it to another level. So
So
I'm
def-
going with Bobby.
Definitely
I agree.
a good
I just
addition.
wanted
I
With
picked the
Bobby.
Rams
I'm
also.
going with Bobby.
My second pick of the week that's crucial to me is
Yeah, I'm
the,
going with the Rams.
the Panthers versus the Browns.
That's 3-1. Remember that.
So you got to jot that down.
It's 3-2 because Dom.
You know,
Yeah,
I
I'll get it down. I know Don
I
was
was
pick.
thinking about this. It's like Baker knows the Browns know Baker.
Man, Baker don't know.
Baker
nothing.
don't know the Browns.
Well, I mean, you know, he practiced against that secondary, against that D line. So, but here's my thing in this game is Baker's instincts, right? He's impulsive.
Yeah.
He tries to take a yard when he only needs an inch, right? So, will Jacoby Brissett, can he steady the ship? Can he make enough passes, enough completions to thin that defense out to where Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt can make their mark
Yes.
in the backfield? And my last thing in that game is just, does Myles Garrett get 3 sacks or does he get 4 against Cam Irving? So I just think the Browns win that one.
Is it
21.
Irving? They're not
I'm
starting
saying
the rookie?
21-17 though.
I got it a defensive battle.
I mean, Baker's definitely the X factor.
Let me jot that down.
Baker's the X factor.
24-10 Browns.
If he shows up,
24-10 Browns.
I just can't go down.
Got a defensive battle. I'm gonna go.
And the Panthers are favored. Betting odds, obviously.
I'm gonna go Browns because I think Baker's gonna try just too hard to make that play when he doesn't need it at that time, and it's gonna cost the Panthers the game. So I'm gonna go Browns 21, Panthers 17.
That's what I got.
17 is too much for a top 10 defense.
What you got, Jess?
That's an interesting.
24
It's an
to
interesting
10.
one for me.
It was tough. I was one of the ones I was jostling with
Because
today.
I'm a real big Jacoby basement guy, you know.
I thought it was Brisket.
Brissett.
No, he said
Jacoby
Brisket.
Brissett.
For all the meat eaters,
He
Brisket's
is
pretty good.
top of the
For all the
line.
meat
For all the meat eaters.
No, but hold on. Hey, let me.
That's
let
a
me-
disclaimer.
Hold on. Yeah, pause. Hey, let me cape for my guy right quick though. Now, do we remember when Jacoby was with the Colts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember what that Colts team looked like roster wise? They had a solid defense.
Yeah,
They had a running game.
he was 5-2.
similar
6-2 about
roster to
until
what
he
the
got
Browns
hurt.
have. I would argue that our roster was better than that roster was.
Yeah, I think
Defensively, yeah.
And the results that Jacoby put out for the Colts was successful.
While not injured, yeah.
So
I'm
I'm just going off what I've seen. I don't. We're gonna know
fair.
for sure Sunday.
I picked y'all.
I'm going off what I'm just saying. I'm going off what I've been seeing.
I picked y'all.
And
'Cause I don't think
he played. Didn't he play 5 games for Miami?
he was looking pretty
Yeah.
good down
I
there.
think he went
before
2-3 or something like
before
that.
the injury.
Yeah, 2-3. So
Before the injury, he was looking solid. He got injury on, I think,
I mean,
on
he,
Monday night.
don't get me wrong. He's a backup quarterback,
against
but
us.
he's one of the top ones.
he got hurt against
That's
us.
fair.
And Tua came
It was
in.
like, yeah, that was
And
that
Baker
game. Yeah.
is definitely one of the low tier starters. so-
Started exactly.
So it's definitely
like I
debatable.
said, I think Baker's gonna be trying too hard, and he's gonna, like EB said, he gonna go try to go get 60 yards when he could have took the 10-yard dump down,
Yeah.
and he's gonna cost Panthers the game.
I can see that.
And another thing is, we say Baker knows us, right?
Yeah.
And he should know we like that. And, I mean, who he going at as far as the corners? Number one, if he knows anything, he knows he's gonna be running for his life. because he has a he don't got Joe Thomas blocking Myles Garrett. So
Well,
that's one thing he should know.
both sides are going to be hungry for his.
Baker will turn the ball over 3 times. I promise you that. He will turn the ball over 3 times.
I think 2 picks,
He
1
will
fumble.
turn the ball over 3 times. It would be a strip sack and
Listen,
it would be 2 interceptions.
The thing is, you can't say
Okay.
that's crazy because that sounds like
That
some
sounds
Baker
exactly
Mayfield
like
That's a
Baker.
Baker Mayfield game.
That's what I'm not saying.
And
nothing.
listen,
I'm like,
listen.
sounds right.
I would probably say the same thing if he were still in the Browns uniform.
And look, don't get me wrong. The Panthers roster is not as good as ours is, but they don't got a bad roster. They got some talent.
Defensively?
No, I'm talking about offensively. I'm just talking about offensively.
Okay.
Now, granted, their line is not very good.
That's about it. But
They,
their
I ain't gonna lie. I like
position-wise-
their
skill-
receiving core. They like
skill
5. They like
position-wise-
5 deep
I was about to
at
say skill
receivers. They got some
position-wise,
nice
they can go.
receivers.
See, man.
But the strength of our defense,
Is
supposedly,
is
is
the
the D line and the secondary.
Yeah.
So
like
that's
that.
So it plays
got
in our
Browns, too.
favor.
so you got Browns.
Yeah.
That's bro. It's a seesaw. Like
Yeah, and like we know, a lot of people didn't like Baker in that locker room.
Right.
Like it was split in half.
Split.
You know what I mean? So it's people in that locker room that want to hit dude in his mouth and couldn't do it.
It was like Neapolitan ice cream,
chill out. That's sick.
you know. And we talked about this, like, you know, not trying to digress from the topic, but
Who
like,
made
you
that?
know,
That's almost. I don't know what's worse.
Queen
that or
Elizabeth,
mint
Queen
chocolate chip.
Queen Elizabeth made that.
I'm not
That was her
chip guy.
invention.
What's wrong with Neapolitan though?
Neapolitan.
It's all the flavors.
I don't,
Hey,
I don't
John,
like,
I don't like all that
strawberry.
mixing,
I don't
like-
like strawberry on my chocolate.
That's for you indecisive motherfuckers.
In fact, I don't even particularly
Which one you
go
want,
for
bro?
chocolate ice cream.
Which one you want?
I want straight vanilla.
I'm a strawberry guy. I want strawberry.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing is when I want something, that's what I want. I don't want it all. I
it
want
bleeding
strawberry
off-
today.
I
I want
want the
chocolate
chocolate
today.
bleeding off into my. Get it up.
Yeah.
Hey,
They
that's
don't
the
even- they don't even
John,
taste
that's
the same.
That's the worst combination when the chocolate bleeding into the strawberry.
It does.
Now the vanilla and the chocolate, that's cool.
I can rock with that. But when the chocolate and the strawberry
we-
get to,
Y'all not,
I don't know
y'all
who
not
idea
chocolate
that
ice
was.
cream people?
it depends on what's.
Fudge.
I can't eat straight chocolate ice cream.
It's got to be fudge.
I'm a chocolate.
It
I
can't
like, I like
be-
all ice cream though. I'm an ice cream guy.
I don't like- I
Except
don't
for
like-
mint chocolate chip. You did mint. I
Mint
hate
chocolate,
mint chocolate chip.
That's an acquired
pistachio
taste.
is sick.
Yeah.
It's some okay. We going off on another tangent. It's some nasty ice cream out here.
They didn't be doing too much.
Right, but I got the Browns official.
I got
Okay.
the Browns too.
And
think it's gonna be close.
what was
Chocolate
your,
ice
was your
cream, let's
Bills,
go.
Was you Bills or Rams?
He was
I'm
Bills.
Bills.
Okay. All right.
We got one vote for chocolate ice cream.
And that's it.
No, I said the Browns winning chocolate ice cream.
Oh,
The
no.
Browns.
But can we have vanilla, coach?
I mean,
All right, what
if
about
we
the
wearing
vanilla
white?
chocolate?
We wearing white. Yeah, I think the Browns don't the away teams wear white.
Yeah,
It's-
unless you're the
if you-
Cowboys.
I was about to, and you know that switch
Yeah.
up because you know
Nowadays.
shit y'all wore white. I mean y'all won a whole season and didn't wear brown jerseys one year, so we know how
And
that.
those
goes.
are the best ones, in my opinion.
I believe Dom will pick the Browns.
Okay,
So
so
I'm a-
right. He gonna definitely go with the Bills.
Yeah, no, for sure. I already
Yeah,
got
it
that.
hates
So,
me to say the Bills.
Let's rattle
It
off
really
some
does
more
pain
games.
me.
Anybody pick the Panthers?
New York.
Nobody picked the
I'm not
Panthers.
Okay.
It's all
Not this
Browns.
week.
Good, smart guys.
Let's go into my man here. Well, we got the Ravens versus the Jets. Jets.
Ravens. Next question. Ravens. Next question.
So we got a
Flacco.
Jets
Put on the
fan. We got a
show,
Ravens fan.
John, hey
I
John,
don't know why,
John,
but we
remember,
do.
remember,
Well, he's from Long Island, so I guess we got to give him the benefit of the doubt there.
or let me
But
make it, let me make
wait,
it
but
interesting.
wait,
Let me make it interesting.
he on the other hand is from Cleveland. We never even got on this though.
And
He
And-
likes
wait,
the old
wait.
Browns. He
He's
likes the old
30.
Browns.
Not putting his business out there, right?
31 in 2
Oh,
weeks.
it's even worse.
Virgo season. We still
Already,
here.
we
Going
out here.
strong.
And so, which means he was alive in the 90s. And he loves the old Browns.
Check this out. The Browns. The Browns left in 1995, right?
96.
At 95, yeah.
95. Am I
95,
correct?
okay.
Okay. A little history.
They
lesson.
played that season though.
They did.
Little
So
history.
that was the last. Okay,
That was their
so
last
95.
season.
That's why I said.
Were they
96.
11-5 that year? was a good year.
Yeah, Bill Belichick was there.
Yeah.
And John was how old?
At the end of the season,
At 95, how old were you?
I was 4, sir.
So at 96,
Okay.
you would have turned.
So as long as
Okay.
he's
So
been
he
alive,
was 4 years old.
as long as he's been alive, the Browns have been.
Little context here.
A shit can.
Hey,
Oh, excuse me.
As long as he's been conscious of football. Because I started watching football like when the Broncos was like John Elway, TD.
So check.
I watched
listen-
my first game in 1985.
Nice.
Check this out.
That was a Cowboys
My
era,
first-
wasn't it? Or the Steelers.
Recollection of me remembering
Cowboys
me
was
sitting
90s.
down watching a whole football game was the Super Bowl when the Steelers played the Cowboys.
I don't remember that shit. What year
Which
was
was
that?
early 96.
That was 94?
No. It was 96.
96.
I feel
It
like
was,
such
you're
a
right.
baby.
Neil O'Donnell was the quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Larry Brown won MVP because he picked him off twice.
I met him this summer. Shout out to him. Texas boy.
Deion was on the other side, so obviously they weren't throwing over there.
Right,
Cowboys beat the Rod Woodson was playing for the Steelers also at that time.
right.
Cowboys beat the Steelers. That's my first time me remembering me watching a football game, and that's when I fell in love with Deion Sanders, no homo.
Let me ask you this real quick before you
Prime
move off
time.
that point.
Prime time. Oh,
Who were you cheering for?
In that game,
Or if you didn't know, like now, who would you cheer for? I would definitely go for Cowboys over Steelers.
I was cheering for the Cowboys.
Okay, say
'cause
less.
Everybody
Not-
I was
never-
with
not a
was cheering
Cowboys
for the
fan, no, everybody
Obviously,
nobody
everybody I
ever
was
think.
with because we all
Hated the Steelers.
we're-
Yeah, knowing where you
exactly.
at, he's in Cleveland
Yeah,
in
we're
'96.
from Cleveland.
Nobody did get their
Nobody
love.
wants the Steelers
Even though the
to win
Browns didn't have a
anything.
team, we still hated the Steelers.
Okay.
No, that was the Browns last season.
Okay.
and by the way, they were 5-11 that season. My bad.
That was the Browns. That was the Browns last
11-5.
season.
Damn.
That's
So
what
so
they
hold
said.
on. So the year the Browns lose their team, that same year the Steelers in the Super Bowl. That's fucked up.
Yeah, man.
That's some
Fans
bullshit.
were just plucking up the seats out the stadium. They were pissed.
Yeah, my godparents had 4 seats in their garage.
Shout out to them, man. And yet he sits here with a Ravens jersey.
Oh,
on.
municipal.
Carry on.
Stadium.
Carry on.
So,
Carry on.
okay. So, the next year. Is it the next year?
97.
90.
That's Green Bay, right?
Yes.
Versus
Green Bay won it.
the Patriots.
Yep.
Brett Favre.
And then I'm just still watching football at this time.
Was when Deshaun Howard
Yeah,
scored
yeah.
it?
He scored
Okay,
the
shout out,
kick
please.
return.
Shout out to VASJ. I had to plug that.
But he
right
went to
quick.
that school up north.
He went to that school up north.
I know. That's why I said shout out to VASJ in Cleveland. I ain't say nothing about the team up north.
That's all I
So,
can remember.
like I said,
Desmond
I'm still
Howard for.
just watching football at this point. I didn't really pick a team until the next year, and that was John Elway,
Yeah, that's when I was conscious of football, and I was going for the Broncos.
and that was John Elway,
Not me.
Terrell Davis, Shannon Sharp, Rod Smith, Ed McCaffrey. I could keep going, but I'm not.
Shout out to Ed McCaffrey.
So
Nice.
at that time in my life, the Broncos was my squad. We don't have a team here, so the Broncos was my team.
How
Right.
dare you?
Right.
He didn't
Listen,
know.
EB, check this out. I wasn't alive for the drive
No one told you.
or the fumble. I was not alive. Yes, I caught flack for being a Broncos fan because of that, but guess what? I wasn't here.
I'm like the 10 man right now. A T. A
So,
T.
I mean, the reason why I went with the Broncos is because that's what my dad was going with. So naturally, I just because not the next year, the next year. That's when the Rams went.
No.
See, this is
The
what you.
Broncos
99.
won back-to-back.
This is what happens when you hang out with young bucks.
97, 98,
Carry on.
the Broncos went back-to-back.
Yeah,
They
and
beat
then it was okay.
They beat Green Bay in 97. They beat
So I was
Atlanta
riding
in
with the
98.
Broncos.
So, 99, down year. So, the next year, and for recollection, at the time, my favorite player in the NFL was two favorite players were Randy Moss and Shannon Sharp. So, after the 99 season, guess where Shannon Sharp goes to play?
There we
For
go.
the Ravens.
There we
Baltimore
go.
Ravens.
That makes
Okay.
sense. All right, I respect
Now
that.
it's all lining up.
I never knew this.
Shout out to Marshall Faulk. That was one of my favorite players back then.
It don't make
I
it
respect
better,
that.
but
So it's Shannon Sharp is the reason why I am a Ravens
Don't let
fan.
them make you feel bad. I
Listen, bro.
had to defend myself for the not picking the Giants all the time.
Listen, bro. Listen.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't believe it though.
But wait,
Like,
but
I
wait,
feel
when
like
you in
Giants
New
pieced
York-
this together.
grief all my life. I'm
But-
cool
It'd be
with
like
it.
that.
But when you in New York, you got choices. You got Mets, Yankees. You got Jets, Giants. You got Islanders, Rangers.
I mean, they
now
all
you got
suck.
Nets and Knicks. So you got choices. So how
Right.
could you really get
A
flack
lot of
for
times they
that?
be having
It's
shitty
because-
choices though. I'm not gonna
Right.
lie. Shout out
But
to the
it's like,
Giants and they run though.
We are
The
really
Giants had some
digressing
runs
today.
The Giants had their runs though, but they be having some shitty choices.
Carry
in New
on.
York.
I don't know.
Shout out
I'm an
Kendrick
against the
Perkins.
grain kind of guy. So
Yeah.
like my mom's a Giants fan. Everybody else around was a Giants fan. The first time I ever watched a full game was the Super Bowl, 2007. I think it was. And
So your mom is a Giants fan. You're a Jets fan.
so I saw everybody
You're an
cheering for the
asshole.
Giants.
You're an
and I was
asshole,
like,
Justin.
I can't do that.
You're an
I
asshole.
gotta go with the Jets. I can't be along with this
wanted
crowd.
to be, he wanted to be the black sheep of the family.
You're an
Yeah.
asshole.
because I didn't really pay attention until 2009 and with Mark Sanchez.
Is that what
AFC
brought you
Championship.
aboard?
And then that's why I like USC because Mark Sanchez went to USC and that was my guy. So
See,
There we
we had to tie some things in for y'all.
yeah, there we go.
Well, here, let me clear some things
And
up.
we don't have a football
Let-
college in New York.
Let me,
so-
hey, let me clear some things up for him, EB.
Y'all do.
Who? Stop.
Man, Syracuse.
Hofstra.
But let me clear some things up for them,
Chill,
EB.
chill.
Oh, I forgot about Syracuse is in New York. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they was like that
That's
back then.
basketball,
That
though.
number 44. No, football, they was like that.
I know.
Hey,
I'm
man,
saying
did you
that
just
they
say-
known for basketball.
Hey, you gotta chill.
Hey, shout out to Jim Brown.
All right, good.
No,
What you
but
about
let
to
me
say?
clear my thing up. right?
Donovan and Marvin Harrison went to Syracuse too.
They did.
McNabb, that is.
Yo, I'm sorry, Donovan McNabb and Marvin Harrison. You know,
Shout out to Marvin
the
Harrison
Killers.
and Dwight Freeney.
Dwight did go to Syracuse too.
Donovan Nash should have been in Cleveland Brown.
And you asked me why I'm not a fan.
Hey, hey. I'm just stating the
What's
obvious.
his name?
Thanks.
Damn, what's our GM name? How can I forget his
What,
name?
right now,
Or then
Andrew Berry.
No, right now, Andrew. Yeah, Andrew Berry was a child when that pick was being made, so that's why we didn't get Donovan.
You think
McNabb.
he would have picked Donovan McNabb?
I think he definitely would have picked
Okay.
Donovan McNabb. Shout out to Andrew Berry.
At the
Love
age
you,
of,
man.
what, 2, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should have asked him.
McNabb.
Yeah. But let me clear my sports history up. I'm a Browns fan. I'm a Buckeye fan. I'm a Indians/Guardians fan and a Cavs fan for obvious reasons because I'm loyal. This is where I
Same
live.
as you.
I rock with my squads.
Well, unlike you guys,
now to go into real,
basketball-
I'm a Niners fan too because obviously Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. That's part of the reason why I fell in love with football and Deion Sanders too. Pause.
Basketball is numero uno for me. I love the NBA more than I love any other sport. Always
agree.
have, always will.
I'm an NBA guy.
I was introduced to the NBA in 1986. And it was this guy that played for the Cavs, number 25. His name was Mark Price. I said, who's that? And
The price is right.
I seen this dude shoot threes,
money,
and the crowd went wild.
money.
I saw him split the pick and roll, and the crowd went wild. I saw him throw bounce passes and alley oops to John Hot Rod Williams. I said, wow, I can do that. But what really hooked me to basketball is when the games were not on TV. Because back then, the games came on WUAB, Channel 43. I think it's Channel 6 now. Things have changed in 30, 40 years. But you can listen to the games on WTAM 100. And there was this guy, color commentator, his name was Joe Tate.
R.I.P. to Joe Tate.
You would listen to him, and you would think you were sitting in the crowd watching the game because he was just so good. You know, Mark Price over the timeline in the forecourt. Round a pick, 3 in the air, right there. I said, who's this
love
dude?
that.
Right there. I,
love that,
like
EB.
that.
I love
Right
that.
there.
And I just
Shout
fell in
out
love
to
with
Joe
the
Tate,
NBA.
man.
And
Legend.
then we
sure.
didn't make it to the championship that year, but my second NBA team that I fell in love with is the LA Lakers because I was introduced to what we know now is Showtime.
Damn it.
And it was this dude named Irving Magic Johnson. And I was hooked to the NBA at that point. So Cavs first, Browns second, Guardians. Not in any particular order, but I'm a Cleveland sports fan. Outside of Cleveland, I enjoy the Los Angeles Lakers. On the NFL side, I enjoy the Green Bay Packers only because of Chris Berman at ESPN when he used to do the NFL primetime after the games on Sunday. He would say, "The frozen tundra of Lambeau Field." And I just fell in love with the Green Bay Packers because of their football stadium.
You didn't like the Bears.
The Bears, that was a good Saturday Night Live bit. But I thought
Mike
that was
Ditka.
funny. But
With the
I
cigars.
didn't root for the Bears, but the Packers, I root for them.
Right.
If I'm not watching anybody else, if I'm not watching the Browns, and I don't root for any other baseball team.
Shout out
I hate
to
the
Niners,
Yankees.
man.
I hate the Red Sox. I hate the Florida Marlins.
Show the
I hate the
Mets some
Atlanta
love.
Braves.
I was about to say we hate the Mets too, Justin.
I hate them all. I don't like nobody other than the Guardians. Long live the Indians. But and
love
then
that.
football, Ohio State.
I like Seattle Mariners. I like Seattle Mariners hats. I like their hats.
They had this player. He had some
their
amazing
hats.
shoes.
I like that. That has fire.
Ken Griffey Jr.
I love
shout
that
out to Ken
NBA
Griffey
story.
Jr.
That reminded me of the when I watched. I think it was like 2006. First time I ever watched the game. That's why Chris Paul is my favorite player. He was like,
He was a motherfucker.
he just crossed half court. Kobe's guarding him. He was on the Hornets, and they were going at it. Like they were barking. He like jumped into his chest. He's small, like he's 6 foot. Kobe's 6'6". He
Yeah.
jumped into his chest, threw the ball up. They got fouled. I think they got a tech or something like that. And I was like, yeah, that's my guy. He's going right at Kobe in his chest like that.
No,
I
Chris
gotta
Paul
I gotta
was
rock out
definitely-
with
Chris
it.
Paul like that.
competitor.
People can say all they want about Chris Paul later in his career and all this other stuff. Chris Paul like that.
Yeah, Chris Paul's my guy.
He's one of the best
Again.
players ever play the game.
Basketball is a team. All these are unless you're playing tennis or golf, it's a team
Team
sport.
sport,
Yes.
man.
Okay, and everyone wasn't blessed to play with Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal in this modern era, or LeBron James or Steph Curry, for crying out loud.
And look, when you think about it, look at the NBA.
Or Timmy D. We gotta get
Or
You know,
Tim
but
Duncan. Oh my
look-
God,
Look
my
at
bad.
NBA. Think about the people who get rings, right? You think about the
We're
eras.
digressing.
Oh, we're all over the place.
You
But I
look
love
at the
it.
eras. Look, you look at the eras. Boston had their runs where they was collecting rings. LA had their runs when they was collecting rings. Then the Bulls was collecting their rings. Then the Spurs,
How dare you
the
forget
Lakers,
about the Pistons?
the Pistons. Like I said, I feel like the Pistons the same way I feel about the Steelers. Fuck them.
Facts.
Only,
the Pistons
only because.
The end of the
The-
day.
So it's
It-
like
it
if
was-
you're not on those type of teams, it's hard to get.
But
Still
it
you a
was
ring.
like
Right.
that Bad Boys, like that thing was like that was legendary. Those
Yeah.
5 years that they had, 5-6 years that they had, that was like legendary basketball. And the reason why the Cavs don't have championships prior to 2016, in my opinion, is because of the Bulls and the Pistons.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if you talk to any expert back then, any player, maybe Magic Johnson heard to come out Magic Johnson's mouth, he said that team should have won a championship.
Cavs
They
had
were
a squad.
they were that good.
Cavs had a squad.
You know what I'm saying? But I remember Rick Mahorn, who's a good commentator now for the Pistons and does NBA radio on satellite radio, but he set a pick on Mark Price that was so cold, gave him a concussion. Now, mind you, the Cavs had a small margin against the Pistons in the division. Thus, we played the Bulls, and they played the Knicks.
Yeah. Man, Magic said
That's
that
it.
about us, man.
Yeah, Magic Johnson, yeah.
Shout out to Magic.
The
for that, man.
Cavs were that damn good.
Yeah, the Cavs
They were
had a
winning
squad.
50, 55 games, 57
Easy.
games every year.
Easy.
But like Jay said, more victories are for minor
No,
league
no,
coaches.
they not.
More
And-
victories are for minor league
and right.
coaches.
And if they had, a Jordan,
Yeah.
So,
Or
so
Evan
with the
Mobley.
Pistons, the Bad Boys got 2, right?
they
Yes.
got 2, 89 and 90.
So
That's
what-
why I didn't name them though, because when you think about the Lakers, Boston, the Spurs,
No,
Why
yeah, that's
not?
like he's
Boston
talking about
only got
amount.
3 in the 80s. Everybody thinks
that's what I'm saying, 3 or more.
But
He
you
said
gotta
collecting.
Listen,
Yeah, that's
no
what I'm saying. When
disrespect.
I say collecting,
Listen, no disrespect. And like EB said, we just off on a tangent.
We're
rapping now.
way off script, folks.
So
We have a good time.
everybody brings up, and don't get me wrong, I'm not shooting no disrespect, even though I can't stand the Celtics. They only won 3 rings in the
Yep.
80s.
Yep.
Yeah,
The 80s were owned by the LA Lakers.
for sure.
Right.
But the era before that,
The 70s.
70s?
I think
70s
Well,
was like up for
I
grabs.
think
Yeah,
he went
'cause
Celtics and then he
I
just
think the
said
Celtics
Lakers.
won
The
what,
Celtics
1 or
won-
2 in the
I think they
70s?
won
Lakers the
2.
credit for the
The Lakers
80s.
won 1 or 2. The Knicks
I'm
won
not
1.
I'm not necessarily saying
Phoenix-
that, but I'm saying I'm
No,
talking
No,
Phoenix
about
lost to
Portland,
I'm talking about
Seattle won
franchises
1.
that was collecting
Seattle. That was the
rings.
other team
Yeah.
I was thinking about. Seattle, not
Yeah.
Um,
Every now and again, someone snuck in and got one.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's
But the 80s, the only
you
team.
you have to give the props to the Pistons if you give it to the Celtics.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Because the Pistons, those Pistons, they took the Celtics to the brink every
time
year
they played
them.
But all right, let's get off this point. But the point I was saying is people like Chris Paul, people like Charles Barkley. When you're not on those type of teams, you're not gonna
Yeah,
get
he
a
went up
ring.
against them. Yeah.
You're not gonna like Dame Lillard. When you're not on those teams, you're gonna be a great player, great career, but you're not gonna get the rings.
This is true.
You know.
And I mean, like I said, the list is long.
Yeah.
Of players in both eras of sports. All sports that are all-time greats that never got.
Because that's just how the NBA is. That's the
were
culture of
Rockets
the
really
NBA.
like that
The Rockets.
when they won there too.
The Rockets were
And
you talking about
phenomenal.
94,
I mean,
95?
94, 95.
Because that's when MJ was out.
He was.
So
Yeah,
do
yeah.
they really? Do you think they?
I think.
Full disclosure, because I
Yeah.
was, like I said, I was a youngin.
Yeah.
I wasn't even born, so that's why I'm
I
asking.
go back and watch, do my research, and I watch mostly all podcasts dealing with sports, and I listen to all the old, and they feel like it's very disrespectful the way people talk about them 2 championships, like they didn't earn them. That Michael Jordan basically gifted them that.
Right.
Because don't forget the second one they won when Jordan was back.
Yeah.
In 95.
Right.
So he back now. What y'all gonna say now?
I'll put it like this. Back then, Hakeem Olajuwon
Hakeem the
dude
Dream.
was playing out of his gorge.
Hakeem the
Okay.
Dream.
And this is what made the makeup of their team so phenomenal, because that's when you would play the multiple bigs. They had Otis Thorpe at power forward. He would have gave Horace Grant all that and then some. But on the perimeter, they had a guy named Vernon Maxwell.
Man.
And Matt Max he gave, here's my second cuss word, 0 shits about Michael Jordan. He would have competed. Okay? But here's where they was real rugged. They bought Sam Cassell off the bench. This guy named Mike Herrera, he was a big man. He'll knock down 15-footers left and right. Like, they had Robert Ory.
I was
These
about
guys
to say
were
big
hitting
shot
big
Bob,
shots
big shot Bob.
back then. That would have been a championship for the ages had the opportunity to play the Bulls.
That probably.
And I still think the Rockets.
let me say
because
this.
they beat your Knicks in 7 games. Well,
I'm not.
No,
Knicks.
excuse me.
That's
They beat the
always-
Knicks in 7
You don't claim
games.
them.
You know, shout out to John
Remember, against
Starks
the
for
grain.
shooting the Knicks out of
After the
the
Knicks,
championship.
Yankees.
But anyway,
Giants.
and then they obliterated Shaq
I was about to say, and they
in,
swept
in
them the next
'95.
year.
Yeah.
Like
They
you know,
swept Shaq in
Nick
the
Anderson missed those 2
I,
free
I
throws.
honestly,
he was never the same again.
think if we would have got that Bulls versus Rockets finals, that would have been Michael Jordan's greatest competitors in the
Oh,
finals.
and by far.
Yeah, for sure.
Because the Bulls had nobody, I mean nobody that could have dealt with the King. David Robinson won the MVP that season,
In
and they
95,
faced them in the Western Conference Final. He made David
embarrassed
Robinson look like
A little boy.
an average player.
A little. He looked like
So,
it looked like me
the
guarding
Admiral.
the king.
And David Robinson's all time great, 50
Right.
greatest player all time.
So what happened after? I don't know. I'm not too keen on my history after they won the 2.
well, you know, 72 and 9 happened wherever it was, and,
Right.
72 and 10.
and
Yeah.
you know, Sean Kemp and the Sonics and Gary Payton were really good that year. They played them in the finals, and by that time, you know, Akeem and those guys were
point.
past their prime.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were on the other side of 32, and so they were slowing down, so they couldn't really compete like that.
Right. Okay.
So you know, it. You talk about plots and stories. It was like it was almost made for Jordan to do what he did. I'm talking about the whole thing. The first 3, the untimely passing of his father, trying to play baseball for a year, 18 months, wherever it was, and then coming back and losing, and then winning 3 in a row, and then riding off into the sunset, and then by the way coming back again. Right. You know, I think it was like, you know, the way it was orchestrated, it's real crazy. I don't. You couldn't have wrote a better book for somebody.
Yeah. Shout out to Jordan.
Thanks.
Can't
Okay.
And no hating,
appreciate that.
no hating, no Mike. I mean, obviously he is one of the best to ever do it, but you're like, damn, how could someone's life be so perfect in terms of his working in the public eye?
Right.
Everybody have struggles and ups and downs and this and that. I'm not saying that, but the way that
It was just made
was
for him to be
orchestrated,
great.
it was just like,
No, his struggles came as an owner.
oh yeah.
We'll leave it
Should have
at
bought a
that.
team in a better market,
Right.
a bigger basketball market. So I mean, are we gonna get to this stuff that we want to talk about, or we just ripping
Let's
today?
just rattle off these. I'm gonna
Yeah, let's
just
get
name
to
the
it.
game.
So hold
Y'all
on,
just rattle
everybody went with the Ravens. Justin,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll be delusional.
I'm gonna just rattle off the games. Saints versus Falcons.
Saints,
Saints. Niners Bears.
Niners,
Niners,
Steelers versus the Bengals.
Bengals,
Bengals.
I got the bungalows too.
the Bugle Boys,
Eagles Lions.
Eagles,
Fly Eagles fly. Pats versus Dolphins.
Ooh.
Pats,
Fins.
I got the fans.
Pats. They gotta show me.
Speed
I got
kills.
the Pats. Too.
They gotta show me.
I
Let's
got the
go,
Pats.
Jess. They
Speed
gotta
kills.
show
I
me.
Fins.
I got the
Speed
Pats.
kills.
They gotta show me. Y'all know who Bill Belichick is?
We
I'm
know
there.
this. We know
I'm there.
this.
Losing JC's bad. I'm
Jags versus Commanders. I got the Commanders.
Jags.
I like the football team better than
Duval.
the Commanders, but I'm gonna take the Commanders.
Duval.
Commanders.
You know what? Yeah. I'm gonna keep my pick.
No Duval? Damn. I'm going with the Jags.
Colts versus Texans.
Colts.
Matty Ice, baby.
Fuck the Texans.
Matty
man.
Ice.
Fuck the Texans.
Colts.
You got a lot of beef out there.
Whole
Giants
lot.
Titans.
Titans.
No, I actually like the Texans. But y'all know why I'm saying fuck them. Hold on. Say it again.
Giants versus Titans.
Derek
Titans.
100?
He's
Titans.
playing.
Oh, he's playing.
Titans.
I go Titans too.
I got the
Titans.
Giants in the upset.
I like it.
Let's
I
go
like
Saquon.
it. Saquon's back. I
Let's go
like it.
Saquon.
I like it. He's
Yeah,
hungry,
Derrick
too.
Henry's back too though. So.
Let's go
He is
Saquon.
All right, real quick. Who gonna have more rushing yards
in the game.
Henry.
In the game,
Yeah, in the game.
I get that to DH.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. That D line's pretty good. I give it to DH too.
Yeah, I'm going with DH.
Saquon can do it all.
Tennessee got a better D line though.
Saquon can do it all though.
Right.
Tennessee solid on the defense
Right.
end. I'm
Wait,
going
this is
Titans.
his first game back after the previous injury, right?
Yeah.
Who?
Saquon. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's both of their first games back now.
No, Derrick Henry played in the playoff game.
He
Yeah, he
did.
did.
Yeah.
My bad.
And he coming off another ACL
Derrick Henry or Saquon?
No, Saquon.
Saquon.
Yeah,
Ankle.
Oh, it was
ankle. Okay, thank God. Okay, well, I mean,
I think the previous.
I mean, I
one
just
was
don't want his
ACL.
knee.
The
Last
previous
year,
one, yeah,
last
was
year he
ACL.
came back off the knee, and
then
Right.
then he messed his
Yeah,
ankle
messed
up
his
last
ankle
year.
up. Okay.
He's coming off an ankle.
Saquon.
injury.
That's the same shit that happened to Odell, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did he blow his knee out? Oh, come on.
When Odell was in with the Giants.
Gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha. Okay, yeah.
It's the turf.
Because he broke his ankle against us.
Where's that, Johnson? We said, I said.
Is Odell on the Rams? No.
He
No.
hasn't been picked up
He's
yet.
not
He's
signed.
still a free agent.
He's still a
He
free
was at the game though, dancing and shit with the Lombardi Trophy. With no
Hey,
job.
he
As he
helped win
should
that
though.
bitch.
As he should. I posted
enjoy,
it. Like,
Enjoy
helped
that.
win
He
it.
contributed to that W.
Somebody
so.
gonna grab him though.
Yeah.
I heard this though. Like after week 1, no veteran contracts are guaranteed. So you probably might see a lot of signings after this first week. That's fucked up though.
I think somebody gonna wait until they need him again,
Till
and he
somebody
gonna
need him,
he gonna
yeah,
be like a
yeah.
relief pitcher. come
Cleveland
playoff
Browns,
time.
you have no choice. Carry on.
Packers Vikings.
Packers.
Pack.
I'm going with the Vikings.
A-Rod.
I'm going with the Vikings. You know the
I
Packers.
like- I
The
like
Packers
that.
struggle. They didn't struggle a few times at the beginning of the year, and he got new weapons. He don't got DA.
But wait,
going
he
Vikings.
went to Peru, and
Who did?
he had all that.
Man,
Man, I'm not buying
A-Rod
that
about to
bullshit.
be out there on the shrooms throwing
Yeah,
dimes.
sure.
To
He's
who?
throwing dimes.
It doesn't matter.
That's
To who?
A-Rod. A-Rod's one of them.
Doesn't matter.
A-Rod and Brady could do that.
Kirk Cousins, man, lock in, baby. Kirk Cousins, lock in.
Hey, Michael Irvin. I ain't even gonna get
I'm
into
going
that.
Vikings, man. Let's go. I'm going Vikings.
All right.
Michael Irvin said Kirk Cousins.
Hey, Jettas
He said that on TV.
and what's the running back?
I could
Dalvin.
get paid to say Kirk
Dalvin.
Cousins.
Come on, man. And that Vikings defense is solid.
What is
But
Dalvin,
that
what is
Packers
Dalvin gonna be
defense is
cooking? though? What is he gonna be
solid.
cooking?
I'm going
Dalvin
Vikings,
can cook.
man. I'm going
Dalvin can
Vikings.
cook.
I know he can cook, but
I'm
what he
going
gonna cook?
Vikings.
I got the Packers. Jair back.
That's cool.
I don't know.
Who
That
he
Packers defense
checking?
is legit.
I said, who he checking?
You know he checking Jettas.
He gonna have a long day.
We
They
gonna
both
see.
gonna have a
He gonna have a
long,
long
day.
day.
We
Trust.
gonna see.
He gonna have a
Adam
long
Thielen ain't
day.
the same either.
Chess,
so.
Chiefs versus Cards.
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Patty Milk. Let's go.
That was my MVP pick, so I
Chiefs.
got to go with Chiefs more times.
I'm
than
not a
this
believer
year.
in Murray yet.
Raiders.
He got the
versus
bag
Chargers.
though.
Raiders versus Chargers.
Raiders.
That Cardinals defense is the
Raiders.
It don't, Chandler Jones gone. J.J. Watt.
He
Raiders.
checked out.
I'm
Not
sorry.
checked out. Sorry,
Raiders
JJ.
Chargers.
I'm
Raiders.
going Raiders, but the Chargers is stacked though. I ain't gonna lie.
I'll go Chargers.
But same thing, they got to show me. Same thing about the
I'll go
Dolphins.
Chargers.
You know, it's just something
Didn't they start
about.
off high and fell off last year?
It's just something
The
about.
Chargers, yeah, they
It's
did.
something about
I'm Chargers.
second fiddle teams in LA: Chargers, Clippers, Anaheim Angels. It's just something about that. So Raiders.
The Angels won us. The Angels won us. The World
But they're
Series,
good in
though.
regular
Man,
seasons.
that's only because they
The Raiders
pitched to
lightweight
Barry
second fiddle
Bonds.
too though, but they in Las Vegas now.
If they
so.
pitched to Barry Bonds like they should, they was walking this dude intentionally, time in and time out. I was pissed because I wanted Barry Bonds to win that championship because of the controversy.
Who's the Chargers head coach? Do y'all know?
Brandon Staley.
Yes.
Okay.
He was the old Rams
Yeah, no,
defensive
I
coordinator.
remember him.
But the second fiddle teams be good in the regular season. They always.
But we
look
talking
like
about playoffs.
Raiders.
You
I'm
talking
going with
about
the Raiders.
Chargers
I
week
know.
one.
I'm thinking the long game, the end game. Thanos.
Derek Carr and Devontae Adams.
Wait.
have a
Is
day.
it Thanos or Thanos?
I like Thanos.
I
I've
like
heard
Thanos.
Thanos.
I like Thanos.
How about the big purple dude
Yeah.
with balls chin?
Bullshit.
False Indian.
We digress.
Oh, but
Keep
you
it going.
said you said
Raiders,
you
Raiders.
said Raiders, Chargers.
Raiders.
I got the Chargers too, Just. Bucks versus the Cowboys.
All that Justin Herbert slander, and he goes with the Chargers. No, I'm just playing. Go ahead, carry on.
I didn't look. Listen,
No one no
again,
slander. No, you had a fair take. It was a fair
I
take.
don't not think he's good. I think he's a good player. It's just anointing that man.
We talking about Justin Herbert, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can't anoint him
Above an MVP.
better than when I heard he was better. Okay, I'm.
Hey John, hold on.
Go now.
Hey, like my man Moon said, he said everybody. He said, he said you gotta hype something up when you getting ready to sell it to a dummy. And I'll leave it at that.
That's pretty powerful.
When you getting ready to sell it to a dummy, you gotta hype
That's
it up.
pretty powerful.
Okay.
Bucks and the boys.
Bucks versus Cowgirls.
Who y'all going with?
Bucks.
Hold on, wait.
No.
Where's the game?
That's a good question.
Dallas, right?
That's a good question.
Oh, I'm
I'll tell
on
you.
it. I'm
I'll
on
tell
it.
you.
I'm on it.
I got it right here. It is in Dallas.
Tampa Bay.
That's.
I just love when people piss in Jerry Jones's cereal.
Me too. I'm going Tom Terrific.
And Tom's love.
You don't think that was him dealing with the personal issues will lead him to a slow start like he did when he first came?
Who, Tom?
Yeah.
No.
He played a way better team that first game of the season, which were the New Orleans Saints.
That's fair.
I,
But
listen, Dallas defense don't scare me, and they lost some pieces over there.
And another
I looked
reason
at the
why
secondary and they
I don't
yeah,
believe
like
in the Dallas
I'm going
Cowboys is McCarthy.
Yeah, you ain't got Aaron Rodgers to fall back on no more.
Yeah, they're
Then
sometimes
you-
it's just
then
like
you get rid of two of your top 4 receivers from last year.
yeah, and they're never sharp.
Michael
They
Gallup's not healthy.
they make a lot of mistakes.
Gallup is not healthy.
They almost beat themselves. Every
Just
week.
signed
the time.
Jason Peters though.
Huh?
He just signed Jason Peters.
Jason Peters and EB went to high school. I'm sorry, EB.
Jason
I'm
Peters
sorry.
is 38.
Jason Peters is 40.
Is he?
Yes.
I knew he was up there.
Well, I still graduated 2 years before him.
Sorry, EB.
No, I aged like fine wine.
Okay.
Trey is not a number one.
Monday night.
Hold on, everybody going Dallas? I mean, everybody going Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa.
No, is it Tampa Bay or is it Tampa Bay?
I'm not saying that shit.
I'm just asking.
I'm not
It's for the
saying that
it's for the
shit.
ladies.
I'm sorry, ladies. Hey, I'm not saying
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. Hey, when I went to Tampa Bay for that Super Bowl weekend, that shit was rocking, yo. That
So
shit
it
made
is
me wanna
Tampa
move to-
Bay.
It could be.
It
I'm not
is.
gonna
Okay,
say it
so
could be.
I neither
but think about what
confirm
you just said, though.
nor
It
deny.
was going to rock regardless if Tampa wasn't there or not.
That's crazy how they had the Super Bowl in their crib. It's like the first time. I think that's got to be the first time that's
it's
ever
happened
happened.
twice now.
I
Tampa
watched-
was the first one, and then LA did it.
I watched the
last
Super
year.
Bowl.
Oh, yeah, they
I watched
did.
the Super Bowl from.
How could I forget
I watched
that
the Super
song?
Bowl at the strip club.
as you should have. Anyway,
That's raw.
Yeah,
So the last game
they
of
was
the
on
week.
boats for the parade. They did boats for the parade. That was lit.
Right.
I mean, it was
It's
COVID.
Florida.
Wasn't nobody else. They couldn't do anything else.
Was it COVID?
Yeah.
yeah, it was
It
definitely
was
COVID.
COVID.
They had all those
Y'all know I
box
ain't
people
care.
in the stands.
They.
And I was in the strip club. Anyways, go ahead. Joe.
So last game of the week, Monday night.
Dun,
Russ's
dun, dun, dun.
return to Seattle.
Dun, dun, dun,
The
dun,
Broncos.
dun.
The Broncos. I mean,
They got Pat. They got
Pete Carroll don't got
they
enough
got
in him to turn
they
up
got
for that
Pete
game.
Carroll playing quarterback.
They didn't get Jimmy Garoppolo, did they?
Nope.
Nope.
No, they were
Jimmy
supposed to
signed-
get Baker Mayfield.
Jimmy
But-
signed back to the Niners.
They were
But
supposed to
Baker?
get Baker Mayfield, but they wanted Baker
But-
to get his ass whooped by the Browns week 1. So
But Baker,
he's in Carolina.
I don't think it would have mattered.
They
That
said they
roster's not good
listen though. The thing about Seattle is, and I'm picking the Broncos because Seattle is a shitstorm right now.
Broncos for sure.
And the funny thing is about Seattle is they traded when they traded Russ away. They got Drew Lock. They said they believed in Drew Lock, and Geno Smith is going to be starting. week one.
Exactly.
The Geno
Exactly.
Smith,
The Geno.
They
Smith.
said they chose the Broncos deal because they wanted Drew
Wait.
Lock.
and now
your
Geno-
Jets Geno Smith.
Yes,
he
sir.
had that. How many games? He only played that one game when.
No, he
Russ got
played a
hurt.
couple for Russ last year.
Yeah, when he hurt his thumb. or
Shout out
whatever
to
it
the
was.
West Virginia
So is
Mountaineers.
Tavon Austin.
Geno
Tavon
Smith,
was
is
that
he
dude.
like a feline? Does he have like 9 lives? He's still in the
Yeah,
NFL.
he's still getting it done out there.
Still doing it.
Man,
That's
I still
Jacoby.
remember we
That's
drafted
Jacoby. That's Jacoby.
Second
That's
round.
his cousin.
that's what
he's
you
supposed
call staying power. Because it's like if you come from the Jets organization and you're still in the league, you got staying power because they will ruin you.
He would know because he's a Browns fan.
They will ruin you.
Thank you.
Right, right, right.
Fight back.
Yeah, I know. It's cool. It's cool.
I say that
cool.
with a lot of love.
We
Because-
done ruined a lot of people.
How many players in the NFL right now on that 2016 0-16 team, or is it 1-15?
Well, it's
What?
back
I
to
mean,
back.
pick one because y'all went
We
back
went
to back.
we went 1
Y'all
and
went
15, then we
2
went
years
0
with
and 16.
win.
Okay, so how many players
Y'all went
still
2
in the
years
NFL
with one
on
win.
that
31.
0-16
This is true.
team?
1 and 31.
Who's still in
I
the
couldn't
league?
tell you. I could not tell you.
Is Joe Thomas still around? No.
Joe Thomas wasn't on that team, was he?
He was on the
Joe
first
Thomas
one,
was on that team.
that 1-15 deal.
I would have. I'm about to look it up.
Joe
I'm
Thomas
just
was around.
asking. I
I
was
gotta
being
look up the
facetious.
Was Garrett drafted the first?
He was- he was-
first
He was the
overall?
first.
He
He
was-
was the 17
he was-
pick after the 1 and 15.
After the 1 and
after
15.
the 0 and 16.
So he
season.
missed all of that garbage.
Okay.
He was on the 1 and 15 team though.
He was because he was injured the first 6 or 7
Jordan
games.
Jordan Poyer.
They were so bad that
That's one
year.
player, and he's a good
And
player.
he's a
I ain't
stud.
want to get
They
rid of
were
him.
so bad
I liked
that
him.
year that Myles Garrett in like one of his second or third game, they were playing at the Bears. The weather was terrible. He had a pick 6, and it was overturned by a penalty. And it's like you couldn't put that fire out.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad couple of years.
And I had to sit there through that pain and misery.
Oh, so no, y'all went 1 and 15 first, and then,
then
went
0 and
0 and
16.
16.
Yep.
Yeah, we beat the Chargers that year.
And then threw a
Sorry,
parade.
Phil.
They threw a parade.
I ain't gonna lie, like being a Browns fan,
They threw a parade
Be,
for going 1 and 15.
No, 0 and 16. Y'all
Oh,
threw a parade.
right.
That was
The 0 and
disgusting.
16 per.
Then the coach
0
said
16
that he will
parade.
jump in Lake Erie. He didn't. Or did he? Did he?
he
Did he
did.
get in?
He did. He you know, he had a foundation and all that. He did a big.
Oh, he made it a charitable event.
Yeah. He made sure it was gonna be profitable.
Joe Batonio.
I ain't mad at it.
He's still in the league. And you
But look. This is what I want to say. This is why I take losing so well.
J.C.
Because
Treader.
I'm a Browns fan.
still around.
Like I don't treat because
Great.
I'm not gonna lie.
Kevin
my
Zeitler.
week we used to be ruined
Kevin Mack still
after
was
watching
Kevin Mack on that
Browns
team?
football.
Not Kevin. It's not Kevin Mack, is it? It's
Used to be absolutely
Kevin
ruined.
Zeitler played for us.
I'm
huh?
with
Okay.
you.
Especially after I stopped playing
played for the
football.
Ravens.
But
At least
fumble.
I know I won. You know
Miles-
what I mean?
Miles Garrett.
Butt fumble Mark Sanchez.
Man. And I know
There
Christian
is some
Kursky.
moments.
even my favorite.
Kursky.
Still in the
Shout out to
league.
Kirko.
Joe Sherbert still in the league.
My
Joe
favorite Mark
Jason
Sanchez
McCourty
moment,
still in the
like
league.
blunder. He had some great,
Yeah.
successful moments.
Jabril
but it's when
Peppers
he
is
was
still
on
in
the
the
sideline
league.
eating a hot dog.
Okay, so it's still some
When he was on
people
the
around.
sideline eating a hot
Is,
dog, he was trying to sneak it.
Emmanuel Ogba, he with Miami now, ain't he?
Agba.
Yeah, shout out to Emmanuel Alba.
So it's a
No,
couple
we had
guys.
some.
It's
So
just
it's a
because it was
couple
recent.
guys.
Y'all got some talent on this
Yeah,
team.
no, for sure.
That's what Hugh said.
It's some talented guys.
Hugh
on this
believed
team.
in all his heart that there was some talent on that team.
It was.
Definitely.
Number one. Let's be. The team did not want to win. From the top up, they did not want to win. They, what did they say? Tank. They were like in tank mode. They wanted to tank, which it worked out. We got Myles Garrett and we got Denzel Ward and Nick Chubb.
What year
And
did y'all get
Baker
Kaiser?
Mayfield.
Was
Chill,
that
bro.
Garrett's year?
No, Deshaun
Deshaun
Kaiser was
he
the quarterback
was
for
the
that
quarterback
16
for the
team.
16 team.
That draft class before, I was like, dang.
He ain't in the league no more.
Y'all got some studs.
No, I think he's a backup somewhere. No,
I know he was with Green Bay.
I was like, y'all got some studs.
still there.
Kaiser in
He's
the
just still
second
there.
or third round. I was like, that's a great pickup. And then it just looked.
think-
I'm just
Hold
not.
on.
I'm just not a fan of Notre Dame quarterbacks. So
is that a little bad taste from Brady Quinn?
yeah, but yeah,
Who
I'm
was
not a
that?
fan of. I mean, name me one. Name me
Was
a
that
Notre
the-
Dame quarterback.
That was a first round
Joe.
quarterback y'all drafted, right?
Mon,
Name me
Tam.
another one. Since him,
they won the Super Bowl.
that excites you, that makes you want to draft somebody from that school that plays that position.
Recently,
Just period.
I'm trying to.
Obviously, Joe is the obvious one, and he was drafted in the third round.
Joe Theismann
Fuck, he broke his leg.
won a Super Bowl.
He broke his leg.
He did win a Super Bowl.
Doesn't excite me.
I can't even talk.
I can't even think-
Quarterbacks have a bad track record. So
I can't even think of any Notre Dame.
Carson Palmer,
yeah, but we had Heisman's.
Matt
Yeah,
Leinart,
Matt
man, that's a
Leinart.
Matt
tough
Leinart.
one.
Leinart,
Matt
Matt
Leinart
Barkley
was
That's
was
a
was
tough
a
one.
top tier college quarterback.
Your man
Cody
Sanchez.
Did-
Sanchez. We had a
What
lot
about
of
John David
Darnold.
Moody?
Hey, remember this? Hey, John, remember this?
Darnold.
Hey, remember this?
Darnold.
Hey, Cody Kessler. Trust me. Just trust me. Who said that shit?
Wait a minute.
Hugh Jackson said that shit. Trust me. About
Listen,
Cody Kessler.
And this is
He
why.
said,
This
"Trust
is why.
me."
We have a bad track
This is
record.
why people
Did
are
Matt
still
Barkley have a
mad.
good college career?
He was.
I know he was super hype coming
Yes, Hugh
in.
Jackson.
He was a decent. He was a
in
top.
college.
Yeah, he
He's a
didn't
top-
blow away. He wasn't Matt Leinart in fucking in college.
No.
All right.
He cause Matt only a year older than us. He came
Yeah.
out a year before we did.
Yeah.
We went totally off script,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I just
y'all
love this
enjoyed it,
conversation nonetheless.
That was amazing.
So we're just gonna get into. We're gonna finish up with this.
How long we been going?
Hour and a half.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
it.
we had about our threshold.
Yeah.
So let's finish with this last topic. Let's just before they get it in, because we kind of been there all day. So Pat Beverly, I can't believe I said that. He's a Los Angeles Laker. Now he's very proud to be a Laker. Pat
He said
Bev-
it. He put the energy out in the air.
Pat Bev recently
Manifest.
said that a reporter asked him, "What do you think about playing with LeBron and AD?" They get to play with me. I went to the playoffs last year. They didn't. End quote. And
Y'all
so
also blew 4 30-point games. But go ahead.
But I'm not gonna
This
lie.
is true.
In Pat Beverly's defense, certain teams that he went to lately, like the Timberwolves, like the Clippers.
he's a difference maker.
Yeah, he changes things. So I think he's gonna be good for that.
He
for
also
that,
said
for that
that
Lakers locker room.
they're going to be
And that
competitive this
mentality.
year for sure. And that he said, he can definitely make an impact, but it's going to be up to AD and LeBron and Russ basically when they get to the spring dance.
And I love the statement that he said, but it sounds better if it came out of like somebody like
It
Kobe's
was-
mouth.
But it's different.
If Kobe
because
said that shit, it's different.
He also followed up by saying, "We get to play together." I think he was trying to make a
Yeah.
point that you're saying, "I play with them, they play with me. We're playing together."
We're playing together.
No, that's a fact.
I don't think he was throwing no shade.
And to
Of
be
course not.
honest,
How you do that when you're
as
teammates?
much as people hate Pat Beverly,
Oh, I
love
don't
Pat
hate.
Bev.
I would love for Pat.
no,
Bev to
I'm
play
not
for
saying.
the
I'm
Cavs.
saying like people in the league.
Okay. Well,
Like he's that type of guy you hate when he's not on your team.
so he
When
from
he's on
Chicago.
your
He
team,
from
you love
Chicago,
him.
right?
Yeah. When
Okay.
he's on your
He's
team,
from
you love him.
he from Chicago.
You know what I
so
mean?
He plays Chicago ball.
Yeah,
So
he's the type of energy that Lakers need for real.
he is what
to be honest,
he is what Martin Lawrence said in Bad Boys #2, when he was referring to Mike Lowry. He said, "You are like a gnat at a family barbecue, just fucking with everybody."
Yeah, that's
Pat
him.
Beverly is that kind of player.
Number 3.
So you
Facts.
wanna? That's my third cuss word. But I had to prove a point.
gonna
But
keep-
You're good. You're
but
good.
Bev,
Keep it PG around
Bev definitely is the kind of guy that you want to have on your team, because he's an annoying. He's
You're going to have to play the Golden
you know.
State Warriors.
you
He's
are
6 foot.
And you're
Draymond
going to love to
Green.
have you gonna love to
You
have
gonna
somebody
love to
like
have 'em.
Pat Beverly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now,
Getting on they damn
now I got a
nerves.
question for y'all. With Pat Bev's defensive energy,
They ain't got no choice but to step it up.
answer
No
my
choice.
question, folks.
And look, I didn't think. Look, they had LeBron playing center last year.
Right.
Facts.
He was playing point guard on one end,
Playing
center on
on
the
that
end.
Right.
That's
And
ridiculous.
y'all mad he wasn't playing defense for 48 minutes?
Yeah, average 30.
Right.
Had
On-
to average 30.
On like what,
Exactly.
48% shooting?
Had to though. Everybody thought, oh, he's just trying to take. No, if I don't put up 40 tonight, we're gonna get blown out.
He had to score 50 points for them to win games last year. At 38, 6, 7 years old.
He said, "AD, here's the keys." AD said, "Not yet."
No, AD
I ain't
said,
ready.
AD said, I'm gonna chill over here right quick,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm still running past.
What Charles Barkley call them? Street clothes?
Street clothes.
Charles
And-
Barkley said that. I mean
what's,
Barkley.
what's up with the inconsistency with the Lakers? Like, I want to say the first year they don't make the playoffs, right?
Right.
When Brown got there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, because he got injured.
Pulled the hammy.
The,
fourth
second
seed.
year they went
No,
in
I
the
was about to
bubble.
say, because they were the fourth seed, they had just beat. They
Golden
just
State on
handled Golden
Christmas
State
Day.
on
Yeah.
Christmas
Handled
Day.
them. Yeah.
So the
They
second,
were looking. They were going to the playoffs
Yeah.
if he stays healthy. The whole
second year they go into the bubble.
Yeah.
They
Win
they
the
win the
ring.
championship in the bubble.
Yeah.
The next year,
AD got hurt and Brown got hurt.
and then the year after that,
AD got hurt. LeBron got hurt.
damn, it look like so. It's like Father Time catching up.
No. Rob
just take it easy.
Pelinka, in my opinion,
Great last name. By
he's
the
doing
way.
too much tinkering with the
I always
lineup.
say that.
Right.
Rob Pelinka shouldn't be
You know,
anywhere near anything.
Like he
just
acquired
be mad.
players that didn't fit. Dennis Schroeder didn't fit.
yes.
Montrezl Harrell didn't fit.
Didn't
I
play.
think Montrez could have worked if
He
they
didn't
would have
play.
played him.
Exactly.
And I want to say both of those players are free agents right now.
Montrez just
Well,
got picked
Montrez
up.
just got
By
signed
who?
with the 76ers. He took
Okay,
a
okay,
plea
okay.
on his charges with the cannabis.
No, because I seen. I don't know if y'all seen this post, but someone said that they should bring the Seattle SuperSonics back and they could have a full
With
roster
free
with the free agents.
Yes, I
it was
saw that. I
Schroeder,
saw that.
Harold,
Seattle
Melo.
needs a basketball team. They
Seattle
definitely should have a
needs
basketball team up there. But yeah,
Yeah.
so he got picked up. Schroeder, he's still a free agent. But
Don't bring him.
Is he playing in Germany?
Yes.
he was playing for the national team over there.
I saw it all over Instagram.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I would
they
be.
just did. I think they just did, and then they got
Oh, didn't he
hella
dunk on
crazy
Rudy
last
Gobert?
year with
No.
the trade for Westbrook. I mean, it just too much
He is
too much
cheap.
lineup adjustments, in my opinion.
I thought Brown was gonna get it with Russ, but
It's never happened.
never should have that
I
pick.
think Russ-
They definitely should have made that trade with the Kings and got Buddy Hield and
Definitely.
That would have been a better trade.
Definitely.
Or John Wall.
Well, Houston was playing hardball with him last year,
Yeah.
so they weren't gonna move
I
on.
definitely would have took John Wall.
I
over,
would've took
if
John
I was
Wall.
If I was the Lakers, I definitely would have took John Wall over Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, that wasn't in the cards, but
But I think Russ gonna bounce back, and to the topic, I think him and Beverly are professionals. Whatever happened in the
It's-
past,
they've
they
been making
understand
it-
we
they-
competitors.
They look like Ernie and Bert off
so
Sesame Street.
Russ,
Yeah.
Russ was the
Basketball,
only
though.
Russ was the only player there at his inauguration or whatever you want to call it. His first appearance with LA.
Yeah.
They gonna make it work, man. And like I said, Russ is a good basketball player. He had a rough year last year. He gonna bounce back.
He has no choice.
And I like the
he
head
has to.
coach. I like the head coach they picked up.
Darvin Ham.
so
Yeah.
Ham.
I think that's gonna bode well
was
for that
a-
team.
Was a solid pro. He played with the Pistons, the Bucks, the Nuggets, high flyer.
he
Just-
was on that.
He was a glue guy. He was on the 2004 championship
Yeah.
Pistons team. He a glue guy. He was a coach for LA originally. Did a lot of work with Kobe Bryant during those first couple of championship runs, or maybe a little bit after that. And of course, he was an associate coach with the Atlanta Hawks, and then the Milwaukee Bucks won the championship with the Bucks. So he's a player.
He's
Yeah.
seen it.
He's
For sure.
you know what I'm
Seasoned.
saying.
He's
So
seasoned. He's been around the block.
he's been around. He has, and therefore, he can pull. He can. I feel that Russell Westbrook would definitely receive coaching from Darvin Ham.
Better than Frank Vogel.
Better than Frank Vogel, because
For
Frank
sure.
Frank laid back. He's not going to be in your face. I never even heard Frank Vogel raise his voice, and you're not going to do that at that level, no way. Some coaches do, but Frank Vogel wasn't that guy, and I just think they didn't see eye to eye.
But I think the greats want to be coached though. Like
You have to coach them.
yeah, if you're gonna be an F boy, it's really not gonna. It's serving no purpose.
Exactly.
So
You got to point out.
gotta coach them.
You got to point out, the highs and the lows, because it's a long season. And so, here's my question, guys: are the Lakers back? Do they have enough on their roster with some of the young talent they acquired?
I like
plus
the way
veterans?
Scottie Pippen Jr. was looking.
Scottie Pippen's a solid player. Junior's a solid player.
2 words.
He's a
LeBron
rookie.
James. You always got a chance.
How much is left in the tank?
He
Plenty.
got
Plenty.
he got
Plenty's
enough
left in
to
the
get it
tank.
done, but
Plenty's left in the tank.
This is gonna be the number one question all year, other than Russell Westbrook and Pat Beverly getting along, and Russell Westbrook turning back and fixing his game. Will number 3 be in the lineup long enough
Yes.
this year
That's what matters.
to make an impact?
Because LeBron's playing it right. He's taking it easy. He's like, I'm a scorer. I'm gonna do what I need to do, but he needs AD to be that guy for him.
He needs
For
AD
sure.
to be what everybody thought AD should be.
Anthony Davis needs to play 75 regular season games.
I agree.
Agreed.
Minimum.
I agree.
He needs to be in the MVP conversation.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Okay.
I got to. This is what I.
It
Think
needs to
about
be on
AD.
the low block.
So I made a compare. I forgot who I was talking to. I made a comparison. So, and Hav will. I don't know if Hav will like this one. We had a quarterback at Ohio State from 2008 to about 2010 named Terrell Pryor.
Terrell Pryor.
Auburn gets this guy from Bling College off the scrap heaps in JUCO from Florida. And 1 year he turns Auburn into a national powerhouse.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
Cameron Newton.
So I'm tied up. My comparison is Cam Newton is Giannis. Terrell Pryor is AD.
Ooh.
We thought Terrell Pryor was supposed to be doing what Cam Newton
Newton
did
did.
for Auburn.
Right.
And that's the same way people feel about AD and
I
Giannis.
like that.
I like it too.
Interesting.
That was great.
I like it too.
AD should be coming off the break, dominating on both sides.
Because
What Giannis did, and even though they did win it in a bubble, but how Giannis dominated Phoenix
Right.
is what AD should be doing.
No question.
For sure.
And that's just like we talked about earlier.
Now, that's a good analogy.
That was a
about
great analogy.
mindset,
Yeah.
about desire. And look, AD won a championship, got married, yada, 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 yada. Okay.
That's cool.
Got
Giannis
hurt.
did the same
All
shit.
that is
Didn't
great.
shoot a basketball.
But he wasn't like in the lab, like working on this game. You could tell.
He admitted
Terrell
it.
Pryor.
He said I hasn't shot a basketball since when?
Terrell
Where-
Pryor.
I ain't he said I
I'm
didn't not
touched.
shoot. He said I haven't touched.
But look, I get it. You do something, and you like, okay, I need to get away from it for a while
Right.
because you got to reset.
Especially when you're not healthy and you're trying to heal from an injury. And that's a battle in
He
itself.
wasn't helping none of the last year.
It's not just a physical battle when you're dealing with injuries. It's a mental
That's
battle.
fair.
And
That's
you can listen
100%
to
fair.
episode 1, and I said about this flopping because he got hurt the first time he got hurt this season was on a flop from a player, banging into his knee, a la KD. Same thing that happened. So something needs to be done about that. So that's like one of those freak injuries that you really can't control, right? But some of the other stuff that happens, the hammy,
Yeah.
those typically happens when you're not in the best shape, okay? And so he's got to play 75 games for the Lakers for it to even matter this year, I think. Because a lot of that young talent, although it's young, it's unproven. I mean, we know Scuttle Anderson, he's a competitor, but it's not like he's, all-star caliber player. So Lakers got some work to do. Pat Bev is in the house. He's going to make an immediate impact. Do you start Pat or do you bring him off the bench?
Great question.
See,
I think
Because you got him and Russ in the
for pure
backcourt.
basketball,
I mean, who's in
think
the
you start
lineup?
Pat.
And you got just to give you more context, they got Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Nunn.
Kendrick Nunn.
Kendrick Nunn coming back.
So, if I were Darvin Ham, if I was the coach, I would start Pat and bring Russ off the bench.
Ooh,
But I'm giving Russ.
controversy.
Russ is going to
starter
have
minutes.
Yeah, he's going to get.
He's gonna get the starter minutes.
But I would, if the thing is, I don't understand why people. Oh, he doesn't. You can't do that, and bro, if you want to win, if that's what you say you want to do, and everybody, oh, I want to win, and I do whatever, I just want to win the championship. Boom, 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 boom. All the talk.
Yeah. But are
gotta
you
make
really
that-
bringing a guy that's making $47 million off the bench this year?
Yes.
He's
I ain't
get
trying to put
started.
his paper out there. That's just what it is.
He's gonna make.
Yes.
He's gonna play starter minutes, but just for the
Go win
flow
6
of the
men of the year.
team.
Because I think the Lakers' best lineup always is with LeBron James at point guard. Stop.
Exactly. So Pat Bev is a great
Play
off
point guard.
Off guard.
Another one of the mistakes. They never should have took him off the ball and
Fact.
brought Dennis Schroeder in.
Fact.
He averaged 10.2 assists. They won a championship.
Fact.
Why not run it back?
That's why I wouldn't have Russell Westbrook starting.
Exactly. Russ, give me 17.
And he's gonna have
18
to
off the
learn.
bench.
He's gonna have to learn how to dive. Bro, gotta fix that corner shot. He can't be
got
hitting
to.
the side of the backboard.
And look, here's my last question on this topic.
And he could be a spark off the bench if he can get back to who he
Good,
is.
great
Yeah.
point.
And you get to run the second team how you want to.
We all know that Utah is tanking,
Right.
right? There's Russell Westbrook coming off the bench, playing with all his might, make him a valuable trade chip.
Yeah. If he turned up, people will maybe he's turned it around. We can.
So if you're Orlando and you teetering with the play-in, if you're, I don't know, Portland and you're teetering with the play-in,
I don't think Portland will make that move.
Okay.
Maybe not those specific teams, but
I don't think
just that
Portland will make
idea
that
of like,
I
we
know,
almost
I
there
hear
if
what
we
you're
had a
saying,
guy. It's just his contract.
If
is
you're
horrible.
OKC and you struggling putting the fans in the seats because you
OKC not
tanking.
gonna make that because the LA gonna want some of them picks back that OKC got stockpiled.
Oh, I
down
need some
there.
of those.
So
They racked up just like Utah is.
yeah,
If you're
Just like Boston
Detroit
was in the past.
and you teetering with the play-in,
Who Detroit got the offer for LA for Russ?
Listen, his value ain't gonna be crazy. Cause they still gotta get rid. I mean, what?
I don't
don't
know.
have an option.
Killian Hayes, maybe. That's not gonna get the Lakers over the hump, though. But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, I'm trying to play devil's advocate.
Get some picks back.
So yeah, I just want to throw it out there.
No, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. If he shows any type of MVP form next year, somebody's gonna
But then
knock at the door.
a worse team could just take him on, take a pick with it.
You're right.
You get a better player because you gotta move that contract.
The contract is
There you go.
expiring.
You're done.
You can
So
maybe
it don't always have to
restructure
be
it.
that.
I mean, I love LeBron, but I really don't give a fuck about the Lakers. So figure it out.
Well,
Oh shit.
Figure it out, man. Cavs in 7. No, it's like,
Breaking news or something.
well,
Oh shit.
you've
what's
been
the
listening.
score, Brett? Talk to me.
Oh, no. We can't do that.
Can't do that.
Oh, we can't do that.
No.
Okay.
I'll tell you off, Mike.
So listen, guys. I hope you guys.
I mean, by the time they get this, they already gonna know what.
yeah, they gonna
the
know,
end
but
result is.
it's just
But yeah,
like,
it's cool.
we
It's
just
cool.
can't do
We'll
that.
keep it. Yeah.
Listen, guys. This is by far been my favorite episode.
Yeah,
because
we-
we
that
just
was fun.
went
Damn, Dom.
way off the script.
Yeah,
My favorite episode was last week, man, when we was all here. We was all here.
I'll
man.
give you that. I give you that.
We miss you, Dom.
But listen, guys, you've been
shit right. No.
you've tuned in. You've been tuning in to the definitely. You've been tuning into the Cleveland Starting 5 podcast. Listen, follow us on Instagram. One more time, E_trillionaire. IG.
Justin Little, 29.
IG.
At Super John, IG, Facebook, Twitter, all that.
At Hive Jordan 3. And then Dom is hold on, let me get it here. At Dom X Last of a Dying
It's
Breed.
not at Dom. It's not at Dom.
I mean at X Last of a Dying Breed X.
And listen, comment
down.
on our posts, share our pages.
Oh, and we dropping the IG page for the podcast this week.
Definitely
We
gonna
got that
be
going in
dropping
motion.
the IG page, YouTube page is in the works. Okay, family, and listen up. You know,
Visuals is coming too, man.
Give us feedback, baby.
Tap in.
give us some feedback. Let us know how we doing. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you don't
Get
like.
in on the conversation.
Get in on the
man.
conversation. We talking about it all, and so, you know, we're gracious for our viewers. We're hungry for our new viewers. Again, you can find this podcast on your Spotify app and on your Anchor app. We encourage you to download and to listen to our shows. Like the Spotify page, like the Anchor page, and the best is yet to come. Episode 3.
Episode 3 in the books.
Started 5
books.
podcasts.
Episode 3 in the books.
We out.
We out.
Any last words, y'all?
Oh, we
Tell your
announced
mama
yet.
about me.
Ooh.
I can't follow that.
He dropped the mic.
Go Browns. Go Browns.
Ouch.
You gonna pray for him.
Leave my mama out of this.
Right. Why the mama gotta what?
I'm trying to hit all demos.
It's Vantage. Hammer time, nigga. Hey, stay tuned. This real shit will be televised. Put together a plan. It's time to exercise. I was told scared money don't make money. Come to find out, most of you niggas petrified.